Usually,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because then it's not to be messed with. But you can always
Okay.
drag and drop it to create something for your own. So it's easy. It's an easy change. Yeah.
Bop,
All
bop,
right.
bop.
I'm gonna do it now just for Val. Let me just do it just so that I know
Yeah.
what I'm doing here. Val is hindrance.
And always clicking on the eye, or eye in this case, because I'm using this skin for Fantasy Grounds. There are a lot of different skins that change how it looks a bit, but it works the same. So in this case, eye is always to click on and to get a little pop-up with information on what it does, or what the power does, or the hindrance, or the edge, or the ability, or what it might be.
All right. Yeah, it'll take me a little bit of time. So, Fantasy Grounds is completely different to Roll20.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's actually good. Yeah.
Well, it has its. Well, both has its charms. I would say that Roll20 is more akin to sitting at a table, because you have to calculate most things yourself. And
yeah, I mean, I figured out Roll20 without any help or anything. It was just sort of like, okay, but this one is much more intense.
It's because it actually does stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's all right. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, I know that there's a big divide between the different VTTs out there. I got thick skin. I'm okay.
Yeah, but I actually use them all. My go-to is Fantasy Grounds, because that's what I started with. But I've used Roll20 and even Foundry, actually.
I was researching Owlbear today.
Yeah, but that's the most that's
simple.
the most simple. The most like a table. You just plop down a map, you plop down some tokens, you can roll die. That's basically it.
No, this is cool. It does a lot of stuff for you. You just have to know how the interface works. But I'll get there.
Yeah, it takes a while, because it's, to be honest, it's not the most intuitive UI there is. Now it's second nature for me. So now I would be annoyed if they changed it to be easier to understand.
Yeah, they'll change it slowly over time so that people will get used to the changes here.
Everything we're doing right now, we're actually interacting with the GM's computer.
Well,
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Everything is stored on my hard drive.
When you log off, we don't have access to our character sheets or anything.
Oh, well, you do if you've got you can still access your characters. I created this character yesterday on my table.
You can do
and
that
if you,
him for instance, open up Fantasy Grounds. When you open up Fantasy Grounds, that is, and you get this the start screen and everything, you can. I'm starting it up now just to make sure that I'm not making shit up.
So you would have to launch your own game.
You have. Oh yeah, this is not as it were in Classic.
Yeah, you got to launch your own game and then you can make your character. Yeah. But if you haven't got the Savage Worlds rule set, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I don't have the Savage World rule set for Fantasy Grounds. Okay, all right.
That is correct. That is one minus for this, that you can't just join it. You have to. The game master needs to start the table, as it were.
Okay.
In comparison to, for instance, with Roll20 and Foundry.
Yeah, Foundry I haven't tried out yet.
Foundry is a programmer's delight. It's too complex. For me,
question we were discussing it with George earlier is regarding languages.
Mm-hmm.
You just get three language isn't an actual skill.
Well,
or is it a skill?
It is a. It is in Savage Worlds proper. It is
it's a skill.
Yeah, but here I think it's not. It's let's see.
here.
Okay, like this. Most individuals speak several languages. I'm reading from the manual.
Yeah.
Instead of languages being skills, heroes in Savage Pathfinder either know a language or so it's not a skill.
So it's not a skill. So the question right now, I've only put in common.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my intelligence, my smarts is 6, so which means I get 3 languages.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
includes common. So I have to pick 2 more languages. Or
Exactly. Oh, actually, you get 4. All
so,
characters know common plus a number of languages equal to half their
so
smart
I have to pick another 3 languages. Okay.
These should include their native language if you have it listed in their ancestry.
Well, I'm a human, so it's common.
Yeah, it's common. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I have to.
So that's 2 more then. Yeah.
So I don't know what languages are useful. Orcish.
Well, I wouldn't know.
And let's try. And some languages give you, like I was reading, like for example, like Goblin gives you 3 different languages.
Yeah, which is great, right?
Well, because it gives you 3, it allows you to. Or there was other ones there that gave you 3.
Well, actually, it shows who usually speaks it. So, for instance, Goblin is usually spoken by bugbears, goblins, and hobgoblins.
What page is that on now?
It's
35.
on
65?
35.
35, thanks.
Wait, I could actually. Let's see if I can do like this. Boom. Could I do this? Doop.
You did do that, yes. Yes, that worked.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that makes it much easier there to read. So, abyssal, demons, and evil outsiders. Who? But do we have overlap? What do people speak with the other player characters in this?
I think we all speak common, don't we? So
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
You have that in common. Sorry.
yeah, just because Savage Worlds is built off of not Savage Worlds. Pathfinder's built on D&D, and D&D common is the language everyone speaks.
Pretty common.
Spring, you should put us on the party sheet so we can be in the combat tracker.
Oh yeah.
And all right, okay, dwarvish. What was it?
Yeah, and you can award bennies as well. You got to put us on the party sheet. Yeah.
You should
Who
all
wants to speak
have
Dwarven? Dwarven is
3 bennies now.
Yes, is correct.
Three bennies. Yeah. On the main tab of the character sheet where it says setting, top left next to gender, that's what? Just
that's really does not matter. It depends. Before in Classic, you could actually every time you created a character, it got saved underneath a tab called Characters. So in Fantasy Ground Classic, you could click on your characters and access them. You couldn't do anything if you didn't have the books. But you could enter things manually. I can't see that in Fantasy Grounds Unity, so that might. You could download your character though, I think, in Unity.
So
yeah, you can. Your characters are all saved on your computer.
Yeah. Is the new one?
Yeah. This is the new one. Fantasy Ground Unity is the one. If you're planning on buying Fantasy Grounds, Unity is the one to get because Classic will not receive any more updates.
Okay, and that's the one that's like $149.
If you want the ultimate, for standard edition, which lets you play with everybody else who has standard, it's I think $50. Demo version is you can play with everyone who has ultimate, because then you as for now and then it's ultimate, which allows you to play with create games and play with standard and demo players.
So if you want to GM a game, you have to have the ultimate one.
No, it's fine with standard as long as the party.
As long as the other players, everyone else has got standard, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Realistically,
difference.
you need the $140 one.
Yeah, that sounds the way.
No, I mean
that's
some
the way to go.
some GMs just don't allow free players. You've got to buy the 40 quid.
The 40 quid one.
Yeah.
And then anytime you and then also you have to buy your games through it if you want access to the library. But that's, I guess, the same with all of them.
Yeah,
But you
that's
don't
the same with
have
all of them.
to.
Yeah.
You don't have to if you can program it, but oh my god,
Yeah,
it's well worth the
It
money.
takes a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that you could always start the game using the Savage Worlds rule set, but you won't get the rule set. You will only get the possibility to add yourself, add things yourself, and it will work as
But
it would in
as
Savage
long
Worlds.
as you get the character sheet. Well, right now I'm GMing a Deadlands game, and I have the book. So I'm doing it just as long as there's a built-in character sheet that I don't have to program that knows how to roll the dice. We're
It
manually
is
inputting
there.
it.
There is, so you could
Okay.
play Savage Worlds without opening any. Just as you have the license,
Okay.
and then you don't need to buy Deadlands book again. Of course, it's so much easier. You just drag and drop, and you have all the characters and NPCs, weapons, and what have you. But you could just as well add them manually if you would like to.
Okay. All right.
There's also a module or an extension which allows you to copy paste NPCs right into the. It's not 100%, but it'll get you 90% of the way there.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah, it makes a lot
awesome.
of sense to actually buy the modules and stuff.
It really does.
Yeah, stupidly I bought everything on book and PDF. I just don't want to buy it again at this point.
No, we've all walked that route, I think.
I
So
guess
yeah.
I want to play in person. I think that's what it is. I want to get back to a table.
Yeah, that's always the preferred way. I'm here in Stockholm, and no one plays Savage Worlds. So.
Oh yeah, same here in Greece. Nobody plays Savage Worlds.
No one plays here in Portugal, so.
Oh yeah, no, you see the same.
All right, cool.
I mean,
Well, thank you very much.
Not even 5th edition. It's absolutely barren for tabletop games here.
It is in Portugal?
Pretty barren.
Yeah.
Yes. I think the last game shop I knew closed like 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. It's really, really barren.
Yeah.
Here in Greece, it's only Warhammer. That's the only thing people play in the shop.
Yeah.
Warhammer. But we live in a good time. We have internet and Netflix and.
Yeah, so we could
cool.
yeah. We're cool. We could do cool. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah. No, but we have the game, which is awesome.
As long as we have an internet connection and electricity, we're cool.
We can live on that.
Yeah.
If I could grab you for a moment.
Sure.
DM. It's in relationship to the firearms. So I went and grabbed a firearm from the Savage World Deluxe because I did not know.
Yeah, I actually added I think I called it black powder pistol or something. It should be on items. I just wanted to see, and that is, yeah, black powder pistol I created because I thought you wanted a pistol. I could add a musket as well if you would like to.
Yes,
You may not have shared it because I can't see it.
I was actually thinking of. I didn't really know if the system allowed for. Because I can see it is going just for the very what's it called? Very classic classic classes. So definitely don't have things like gunslinger. I was thinking of where did I put it? Yeah, kind of like. Obviously, I don't think there's any crafting going on in this system.
Not rules wise in that sense, no.
Thinking of a Askandar scientist, and I didn't know if I could just have a gun and keep improving it and just be my thing, and that's kind of it. And if it would be skill related or something.
Yeah, we could always role play that. I have no problem with that. But I would say for this particular first session, just add the black powder pistol.
My Entonite, my internet just died. I literally did not catch anything. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No, I said for this session, just use the black powder pistol as is, and then we'll see if we can enhance it. I'm sure that, as I understand it from Pinnacle, they will eventually get around to creating everything that has been released, at least in the adventure sessions and advanced player's guide. So they will, I think, most assuredly come to Gunslinger. But for now, it's just a ranged weapon, which is bloody exotic.
Perfectly fine. Then just kind of the only question then I would have is skill related. Do I keep science or repair? Like, so I have something related to this if we ever do something about it.
Yeah, that is actually an excellent question. I have foggy memories of Pathfinder, but the Gunslinger did need to take the skill of science or something like that, right? Or repair.
Yeah, you start with your own weapon, and you start with knowledge on how to actually craft your own weapon. So you get the crafting feat. You get yeah.
Yeah, I would say
Basically-
just make it into just add for your character, add it as knowledge, gunpowder weapons, and then we'll take it from there.
All right. So because there were two skills called repair or science.
So you just create a new one called knowledge, and then gunpowder weapons, and we'll take it from there. And then we'll see how we'll evolve that as we go along.
Sure.
How do you? I don't think I'm wearing my armor.
Oh yeah, that's also in your inventory. If you look at, for instance, armor, you can see that there's to the right or to the left of the eye, there's a bag. If you click the bag, yeah, click the bag, and now you're wearing it.
Okay, gotcha. And I guess it's the same with that's how I weapon.
Yes.
Okay.
And also that will add to your load limit, and it will automatically calculate your armor.
Okay.
So it will, if you go back to your main tab now, or sorry, your traits tab. Sorry.
Yeah.
You should see
now I see the armor and the toughness has been put in there. Okay.
And you can see toughness to the left, bottom left. You see a 2, which comes from armor.
All right. Inventory.
And you can always double click it to open it, and you can see that armor 2 comes from gear, tunic, or jacket leather, because it only calculates 1, of course.
And then another thing, to actually match the price of a musket in the PDF, I had to take rich. Do I keep it?
No, you don't have to take rich. I actually put in on the weapon not applicable because it's an exotic weapon. It's not possible to buy it in any store. So you have it, but that's the only ranged weapon you are allowed to have at the start of the game.
Sure, perfect.
And as with all gunpowder weapons, there's a reload time of 3, so that's 3 actions to reload.
I still do not know the action economy at all.
No, it's it's one action is attack or whatever, and then if you do multi actions, you do 2 actions, you get -2 on all activity during that round. If you take 3 actions, you get -4 activities during that round.
But it's probably your best bet when you're reloading to just do when it's the next turn, just spend the whole turn reloading.
Yeah, basically, exactly. That's basically what it means. 3 actions spent is you spend an entire turn loading your gun.
Just so you know, that is a terrible option. You can do the same damage with the crossbow with reload 1. So I think it's just you're pushing the game system here to no benefit.
Well, you're going to be slow. You're going to be slow with your gun, yeah. Is the world's slowest? Slow draw. He's going to be called him slow draw.
Yeah, but it will be scary and it will be impressive.
Like, if you had a bandolier of them, you could just fire and forget. That'd be one thing, but yikes. There is an edge you can buy called Rapid Reload, which would help.
I do believe that's seasoned only.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. No, rapid reloads novice shooting D6. Page
Oh, yeah,
73.
that's
Let me just have a look.
excellent.
It says here seasoned shooting D6.
You're looking at rapid shot. I'm talking rapid reload.
No, definitely. I mean,
Yeah, rapid reload is novice and shooting D6 or higher. I can open it for you. Like,
yeah, definitely because
Yeah,
oh, it's
no, it says seasoned in
that's
here.
interesting. In the we'll find a bug in the core rule book. It says novice, but in the specific edge it says seasoned. I have to
Well,
open
which
I'm
the
looking at the
PDF.
Pathfinder core rulebook, and I show rapid reload novice shooting D6.
You're using the PDF, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's go for novice.
Has it been updated?
It has been updated, and I'm also got the Suede core rulebook open. It's the same novice.
Great. Then it's novice, so you can take it. I'll create another one, and let's do boop, and let's go for.
So with rapid reload, how exactly does my turn look? Just so I understand.
So now I've changed it. So now it's novice. Yeah. So now it's 2 actions to reload your gun.
Which is still one more than a crossbow for 1 extra point of damage. And no AP.
Yeah, but maybe the opponent needs to do a fear check from the boom.
Yeah. It'd definitely be a good intimidation support thing.
Yeah, I actually, to be honest, I just took the gunpowder pistol from the core, the Savage Rules core rulebook, and as written, I didn't do any changes to it.
Is the musket any better? Because that was the one I was looking at. I decided not to dual wield flintlocks or not any nonsense like that because, like you said, it wasn't common.
Exactly.
So I didn't want to be like bandoliering with flintlocks. I thought maybe just have a rifle that I tweak and that's it.
Let's see. I'm checking the core rulebook. Give me a second.
It's like 2d8 with armor piercing 2 for a Kentucky rifle. Reload 4.
Yeah. But that's a rifle, so that's way too modern, I would say. Unfortunately, well, it's 2d8. You could go with the Brown Bess or similar muskets. That's basically what you would be using. It's 2d8 in damage.
All right.
A heavy
If that's
crossbow
what.
does. But look, a heavy crossbow is 2d8 as well, armor piercing 2 with reload 2. So you're better off with a heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
But you don't get a boom.
You don't get a boom.
You even got better range, believe it or not, with the crossbow.
You do get better range with the crossbow.
15, 30, 60. I mean,
And the thing is, the weight is higher on the weight is higher on the musket.
This is what I see at least on my PDF, but I do not know because I got this for free anyways. I do not own anything Savage World related.
Sorry, what did you see in your PDF? Sorry, I was reading.
I grabbed this particular table. Oops, that's not actually.
You're looking at like the rifled muskets.
Yeah, that's the rifled musket, and that is more powerful.
No.
Let's, for argument's sake, say that your musket will work or do the same amount of damage. It will do boop, 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 boop. Let's say so it doesn't become too powerful.
You can just make it a heavy crossbow.
Why don't you want us to buy the adventurer's kit?
It costs you 50. It's only got 35 gold pieces worth of gear in it. Even less.
Yeah, for game game rule wise, if your musket is exactly the same as a heavy crossbow,
Fair enough.
but with a boom
Let's have a look.
and with reload 3 still.
Sure.
No, reload 2. Sorry, reload 2. So with speed reload, it would be reload 1 or rapid reload.
So you can choose to fire every round with a -2, or you could fire every other round with no penalty.
Yep.
Okay. Minimum strength requirements.
And let's see if that flies. If it's, it shouldn't be more powerful than a work. Fine. We're here to have fun after all. So.
Lethal D6. Just
Silly
double
question.
check.
My character's all
Mhm.
made. Created
How
him
do
yesterday.
you put a portrait? You can't just drag a picture from your computer.
Oh yeah, you click if you have your character sheet open, you just
Yeah.
click on portrait, and you should have a possibility to have open up something called a folder. I think. Can you do that as a player?
You got to double click it.
It takes me to my Finder to
Mm-hmm.
a folder called Portraits, where there's a PPK file. It says Fantasy Portraits.
And here you can just add, and here you can drag a portrait to this folder, and it will show up, and you can choose it.
Yeah, if you click the
Drag
folder button,
portrait
it'll
to
open it in your PC.
Okay. All right. I don't have to. I have to find the portrait at some point. Okay.
Yeah, so it's no biggie. I could add one for you now.
Yeah, just
Just
stick anything. Give me a goatee. That's all I ask. Bald with a goatee.
Let's see if I can find one.
Oh, whatever you find, man. Just because I just have a black square and all you guys.
Are
have
you
faces.
male or female?
I'm a male.
Okay.
Goatee and bald. I hope he's male.
Yeah, you never
could
know
be
these
dwarf.
days.
I could be
Human.
I'm a human. Yeah.
Yeah. Bald. Dun, 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 dun,
Or a mohawk.
dun. Or a mohawk. Good thing you're not asking for much. No. No.
Oh, whatever, man. Stick the
Fine to
first
me.
thing you see.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'll find something fun. Let's see.
That means.
Let's see. You get this now. Boom.
Ah, lovely. Good enough. Yeah, it almost looks like me.
For now, and then whenever you want to change it, do it. So now
so
you
I just drag to that folder on my drive, and then
and then when you double click the portrait again, you open up the folder and just click the portrait.
Okay, cool.
Because it will show up in game, as it were.
That looks cool. And what do there's like little dots next to the pictures on the top left. There's like red dot. Oh, that's our color, magenta.
Yeah, that's your color. That would show up if you drag a line or if you roll dice.
Okay, gotcha.
It will be that color.
You can change it with clicking the palette on the top right.
Okay, gotcha.
50.
Okay, I'll stick with that. It's not too confusing.
It is when everyone's got black dice. Yeah. Especially with the DM.
Yeah.
So,
but it's fine.
If right now on my window I see that there's two rapid reload windows that the GM opened up. If I close them on mine, it doesn't close them on everybody else's, right?
No. And you can always, if I've shared anything, you can always find it under the respective heading. So, for instance, if I share an image, right now it should be perhaps not blank. I don't know, depending on what you get from your core rulebook. So you should have all core rule images, I think, in it.
It says all images, yeah. Group.
Yeah.
All images.
and they should have some pictures. And if I share anything, let's say I share. What should I share?
The town.
Town, yeah. That's because you're going into Sandpoint. So
Plus 10 plus 1.
Can I have my I used a Benny by accident. Can I have that back?
no, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
No, you've wasted your Benny hard cheese.
Solid.
So, for instance, if I show you this, it will show up in both of your screens and then in your image tab.
So one thing you might want to do is go up to settings in the upper right, the gear,
Yeah.
and then click sidebar and click all, and it'll show you all the sidebar options. So you might not have all of them present.
Sidebar.
I'll be back in 2. I think I'm hearing my daughter just soon. Just back.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink as well.
Should be 176.
I don't see sidebar.
176.
In the bottom of options, languages, currencies, sidebar, setup, token lights, message of the day.
If
Oh,
I
that's-
click on the gear, I get an options with sidebar. Okay, there we go, down there. Oh,
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
home alone with daughter and 2 dogs, so I just needed to check out. Seemed that someone died, but it was the TV.
no worries.
I'm just getting a drink.
Yep.
Oh, that is a classic portrait from Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yes, I love that game.
Standpoint view. So then that shows up in images. No,
Great combat.
all images, uncategorized images. No, unidentified. Okay, and uncategorized. Okay. And the learning curve for Fantasy Grounds is like.
Yeah, the thing is, you need to grok how Fantasy Grounds likes to handle things, and when that just falls into place, everything is smooth sailing.
Yeah, I guess it must be. It must be really good for the GM.
Yes.
Okay, and the players as well. But it's like you got to learn it and memorize it, and then it's second nature.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's well worth the price of admission.
It is. It is. It is.
Yes, it is.
When it starts to work, you get this. Everything is so easy to just you roll the die and everything is calculated for you. And even if it's not, you can always. Yeah, it's a brilliant system actually.
You can pretty much script almost anything, and there's extensions that players have made on the forums as well. I actually don't know how Unity is like in terms of extensions of the community because I haven't followed it.
Yeah, it's really they made this new store within the store called Forge, where all the extensions are now loaded. So they're both extensions that cost money and free extensions. So the beauty of this is that if you download a Forge extension, it will be updated automatically when the creator updates it.
Ah.
So that's really nice. You don't have to go and hunt for the new or the next or the updated extension or stuff. So that's really cool. And also, I think they use some sort of grade for how people find the extension, which is good. If they think it's good or not, you get stars, I think. But I might be lying now. I think so, at least.
Just
So
to double check, no one
Mhm.
is taking thievery. Just didn't want to overlap that.
That is a good observation. What do we have? We have a cleric. That's Aladria. We have a druid, which is it Guyal? How do you want to pronounce that? Might be taking a drink. And then we have Vasius, who is a you are a gunslinger. So what would that be? So you're not actually haven't taken a
Yeah, I decided not to take any traits
yeah.
because I could take just the free edge according to what it stated.
That is true. To be honest, because Pathfinder Savage Worlds is kind of new to me, just because they've added lots of things. For instance, edges that are almost like classes but are not classes, and I'm not 100% sure if you're actually worse off not taking a class edge.
Yeah, I do not know how to build in this system at all.
So
Did he take his free background edge? Take fighter. Go fighter, because that you can swap out a combat edge at will, like rapid reload, rapid shot. Lots of options there. +1 block.
Yeah, go fighter. So you have an edge, because I think you get things with the class edge, which makes you a bit more powerful or a bit more.
Yeah, you get a load of stuff with the class edge, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's a free edge as well.
It says I need fighting, which technically I did not take to D6.
No, it says athletics, fighting, or shooting D6.
I mean, I guess it must be the PDF in the Fantasy Grounds. It's already done that to me. Weird. Class edges, and the fighter is available to me then with athletics.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a D6 shooting, and you're a gunslinger?
I have a D8 shooting.
There you
it
go.
just doesn't say. Yeah, it just doesn't tell me here.
So once per encounter, as a limited free action, you can choose a single combat edge that you meet all the requirements of, and it lasts for 5 rounds. That's pretty powerful.
That is pretty powerful. Yeah.
It kind of takes away the idea of having rapid reload, because I can just choose to have rapid reload. Is that it?
You can still have rapid reload, but you can have it. You could get rid of rapid reload and have it for free
for 5 rounds.
Yeah,
for 5 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're better off keeping your rapid reload and then like slotting in something else, like I don't know, killer or something like that.
I took trademark weapon for the gun. I thought that made sense.
That's a solid one, and you could take that for 5 rounds every time.
So you get 1 edge for being human, 1 edge for starting. I'd have to get rid of something though.
Right? No, you get one edge for being a human. You get a free class edge or background edge, and everything else you pay for with hindrance points, which you get 4 of. And an edge costs 2, an attribute costs 2, skills cost 1 point for 1 point.
Okay, I see. I did the math wrong there. Okay.
But I'll drag and drop fighter to your character, and let's see what happens.
Like you could take dead shot as your free action, and basically, anytime you're dealt a Joker, you would double your damage for that round.
Yeah.
Oh, that's powerful.
Or you could take extraction. So if somebody gets up on you and you need to get away from them without drawing the attack of opportunity, you could take extraction and run away. Well, you have to have an agility at D8, but you probably do.
I do have, yeah. I thought that was kind of, I don't know. I thought that was a must-have if I wanted to shoot.
Yeah. Free runner is pretty solid. You said you had a high athletics.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the Beastmaster edge says well, yeah, automatically starts as a wild card.
I will make.
I mean,
what's your vigor? If you have a vigor of D8, you could take Iron Jaw if you think you're going to get hit.
No, I have 8 agility, 8 smarts, 6 spirit, 6 strength, and 6 vigor.
Oh, well, calculating. So basically, at the beginning of a combat, basically you could, if you get a 5 or less on an action card, you can ignore it and keep on drawing. Or I'm sorry, that's quick. Calculating allows you to ignore 2 points of penalties. So you could shoot every round if you had calculating going, if you drew a 5 or less.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So fighter gives you a lot of options, anyways. Just tons of
Yeah,
stuff you can do.
It does sound like a much better thing than rogue. Yeah.
Oh, you have rogue as your class?
No, I thought about it, but then I decided not to.
Rogue gives you sneak attack,
Yeah,
which is pretty
but
cool.
I do enjoy the idea of just having that versatility that fighter gives.
Yeah. Because if you're going to be if you're going to be firing every other round, you could reload, and during the turn you reload, you could try to trick or test somebody to get them vulnerable to you, and then you'd just be able to sneak attack them the following round.
Does that come with taunt or intimidate?
Both of those, yeah. Or you could even use shooting, or you could any skill you want, you can use for a test.
Oh, okay, cool.
But taunt and intimidate are the classics.
I can't seem to add your ally to the combat tracker.
Hey,
How
can I
would
have?
you use
Oh, yeah,
shooting
like
as
so.
a test?
Boom.
I have an ally as well.
How would you use shooting as a test?
You feint, you pretend you're going to fire at them, you fire near them and make them flinch. I don't know. There's lots of different ways you could flavor
because
it.
feint is it's an edge, right?
Feinting is an edge, but you can feint with fighting to test somebody to make them vulnerable or distracted or shaken even.
Oh, okay.
So tests is something you really forget about Fantasy Ground or Savage Worlds. That is that tests are extremely powerful. If you're working together, you could test one to make him vulnerable or even shaken, and it's a powerful tool.
Yeah, I'll be upfront. My character is not about dealing damage, so basically, I'm here for support. So I'm going to be testing people and I'm going to be healing people. That's kind of what I'm here for. I have a donkey if you want to add it to.
You should be able to drag the companions onto our You drag the portrait onto the card. It should add it to my group. So my cat is on me.
Let's see. Do it.
Yep. I was just going to suggest that. My
Sorry,
man knows his fantasy grounds.
How old are you, Aladria?
I am.
Okay, all right.
Is there any advantage to testing with shooting or taunt?
But it doesn't get
whichever is your
added
highest.
to your group, which is strange.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, sorry, I'm speaking to Guyal.
Yeah, he should have added it. Yeah, I don't know. It should be there, but
Really strange.
maybe it will show up when it's my turn.
Yeah. Why can't I just add it to your group?
Are you dragging it onto the portrait or to the card? I think you got to drag it onto the card, haven't you?
I am dragging it into the card. Oh yeah, I missed the card. I have to drag it into the portrait. Great. Now I have it.
I have a donkey as well if you want to put it on my.
Yeah. Who was that, by the way?
Aladria.
Aladria, yeah. And you have a donkey.
They're super cheap. Everyone should buy one.
Well, I don't have actually any animal. No horse, no ride. I'm going to ride on the back of your donkey.
Holy
I have to
shit.
create a token for that.
Oh.
I have 15 gold pieces left. How much is a donkey?
8
I
gold
think it's
pieces.
8.
You're telling me
8?
we could literally start a caravan at the start of the game. Of donkeys.
I wouldn't be able to afford a saddle.
Yep, it's 8 for a donkey.
How much is a motorbike?
That's amazing.
I guess, GM, do we need to have a mode of conveyance?
No.
Okay.
For me, it was about encumbrance.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
I didn't want to be encumbered.
I noticed that I got encumbered really easily. I'm not really sure why, because I barely have anything.
You'd be surprised how quick you get. Basically, your strength die times 10 in pounds.
Yeah, it's not like D&D where you can carry 15,000 tons stuff and not being hindered. You know what I mean? You got 9,000 gold coins and 20. I mean, D&D encumbrance is a bit silly.
Basically, just your armor and your weapons. You're pretty much pushing the encumbered. Make sure you drop your pack at the start of combat, I guess. That'll go a long way.
Or
Yeah,
get a
you can
donkey.
always do that. Yeah, you can always click on your pack as you drop it at the beginning of combat, and then you won't get the penalties. Just remember to pick it up when you're done.
One thing you can do in your inventory too is if you type in, like if you have a backpack, and then like say put worn under the location for backpack, and then put everything in the backpack, type backpack for the location, and it'll fill it in for you. And then if you click on backpack, it'll equip or carry everything in the backpack all at once, or not equip it, or drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so we got to buy a backpack.
Well, backpack halves the weight of everything inside of it, and it actually works in Fantasy Ground. I was testing it. So if you put 50 pounds in your backpack, it only counts 25 against you.
Okay, let me find a backpack. That would be an item, I guess.
Yes.
Item. Backpack. Yeah, I can afford a backpack.
Yay!
So how do you? That goes on to mundane, I guess. Okay. And now I gotta tell it.
It has a location. Just type in backpack under location for something else, and then it'll automatically go under the backpack. And then whenever you equip or de-equip the backpack, everything under it will fall off as well.
All right. Well, I guess everything I have are weapons, and they're stuck on me. So.
Yeah, don't put your weapons in your backpack. Middle of a fight.
Yeah,
oh, hang on a second.
yeah,
Can you don't attack me a second? I'm just getting my sword out of my backpack.
My weapon.
Don't. I'm getting my armor out. Wait.
Okay, so I got a backpack at least. So that's So whoa. How do you say? I think it was Al who mentioned it. How do you assign things to a backpack?
Location.
Just type B and it will automatically fill in the rest of the word for you. So next to, I don't know what you got, a bedroll. Next to bedroll, just type B in location and it'll automatically put it in your backpack. I've got a belt as well.
Yeah, so with the D6 strength, you get 40 pounds without being encumbered, unless you have soldier or brawny. Both of those push your strength up by 1 die for each one. So if you were a brawny soldier with a D6 strength, you could carry what somebody with a normal D10 strength could carry. So there are ways to increase your encumbrance.
I'm still not following how to put.
So are you on mundane items in your inventory?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see where under name it says backpack 1, it'll have number 1.
Yeah.
So then if you go over, there's another line right next to that, and the line is location.
Oh, location. Okay, and just type B there. Gotcha. Okay, all right.
Right.
All right.
Or whatever you
Don't
want.
put your backpack in your backpack because it's an internal loop then. You'll never get it out.
Like for instance, I have a donkey. So I put my saddlebags on my donkey, and then I put everything in my saddlebags. So I'm not carrying that weight.
No, I was on the weapons page. That's why I didn't see the location line.
Yes.
So
yes.
it only appears under mundane and okay. All right, gotcha.
And then once you put all the stuff in the backpack, just click on the backpack item with the equip, de-equip, carry, and it'll do everything under it.
Okay.
Sure then.
Oh man.
All right. Well, if you could just have a look at the character, making sure I got it right.
Let's see, Vasius. Boom. Can you see each other's characters, by the way?
You cannot.
No.
No.
There is a button that the GM can click on where under the party inventory, if you click the party inventory, we can see each other's inventories, which can be helpful sometimes so people don't forget things. But
Yeah. Inventory.
if that's not, there's another thing called party vision where on the combat map you can click on somebody else's token and see what their
Yeah,
character is.
but that's basically only see what they see, right?
Right, and that's a GM option whether he wants that or not.
I think that I have that on actually, because
Yeah,
it's always easier.
Yeah, it is always easier. I do the same thing.
Yeah. I actually played around that much with the lighting in Fantasy Class Unity. I have to do that more.
Yeah, it's a fairly new thing. I just started messing with it myself.
There's some new funky stuff in Savage Worlds as well. Like if you equip a torch, it automatically puts the light effect on you if you've got it in the torch.
Yeah, it's underneath effects, so it's cool. Yeah, it's really cool, and it's actually flickering, which is awesome.
Now, see, I've got a torch now. If I equip it, it puts the effects on my on automatically on me. You've got to put in square brackets light : torch.
The moment you put that on, it's actually a lot more weight.
But it seems to be fine, I would say, Vasius.
That's good.
So you have 2 minor and 1 major. You have 3 edges, and yeah, it seems to be all right. It's fine.
Bumbleware tuna.
Great. So we have our characters.
I
Excellent.
noticed that this game, for some reason, didn't have one of my favorite items, ball bearings. I hope you don't mind.
That's fine. Oh yeah, that's new. That you can reset the position of the portraits on the top of the screen. Cool.
Yeah, you can unlock it. Yeah, that's been out for months and months and months.
I completely missed that.
Yeah, I was just sitting there. What's this here? And then suddenly goes, oh, you can move your portrait. I don't think they even told anyone. It was like they just did it without like announcing it.
Oh, that's cool.
If I don't know if you use secret roles a lot, but you might want to put the dice tower on the screen.
Yeah, I rarely use that, but let's add that just in case if we need to have.
Secret roles are really good just to make us think something bad's happening. Yeah,
Exactly. Well, you never know if you.
Why
can
the fuck's you rolling in a tower for? Yeah.
You're like, should I spend a penny? Should I not spend a penny?
So who has access to the dice tower?
Well, if you drop the dice, if you pick up the dice and drop them in the dice tower, they roll secretly, and only the GM can see the results.
Okay, so I guess if you have player versus player action, you would do that.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, let's not have player versus player action. We're not
It'd be
playing
more
Call
than-
of Duty.
Yeah, it'd be more the GM saying, make a secret perception check.
That's fine.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, when there's not really a secret door there, but he wants you to think maybe there is. And you roll like you loading dice 9,000.
It's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. If we go into a room and we roll low, I'm not going to ask for another roll. I mean, I'll just conclude it's nothing there, and off I go.
Yeah, of course. As you do.
So everybody is familiar with Savage Worlds or no?
I'm familiar enough.
I did
Not as
also
familiar
a
as you are.
one-shot maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, but you know how to
So
spend pennies and all that?
I think I can use them to re-roll, and something about soaking damage.
You can reroll
Yes.
anything except crit fails. Yeah.
And if
So
you reroll and get a crit fail,
a
it's
crit
same.
fail is 1 on your skill die.
And
One
wild
con
die.
Yeah, wild die, exactly. That's a critical fail. You can't Benny that.
Fair enough.
And you
Then
can
if-
use them for like a story point.
You could,
Or
yeah,
clue or something.
yes, you could use them. That's actually a very good point. You can use them if you would like to push the story in a certain direction. You could say, but yeah, adding a Benny. I actually know the key.
Yeah.
Because blah blah blah.
I'll give you an
And,
example
yeah.
of one that was used. I was playing with Doswalk the other week, and there was a we had one of the characters made a like a duplicate, like a replica of another character to distract a monster, and it was walking around, and then the actual real character walked around a corner and got killed. The thing hit it and did 99 damage or something. So player with the mimic creature just said I spend a penny and make it so it killed the duplicate rather than the actual player.
That's
Oh, nice.
It was it was good. Yeah. He thought he was dead, and then he goes, "Oh, I'll use a penny and do this."
And that's up to the GM to say yes or no. But man, that's a good use of narrative control.
Yeah,
That is excellent use of.
It's like
I would say no.
with
Though.
the logs.
Yeah, it's good use. No, no, that's excellent use of a Benny.
You can, if you have PowerPoints, you can also use it to get 5 PowerPoints back.
Yeah. And there's something called conviction, I think, in Pathfinder. Savage Worlds.
Yeah.
Conviction is amazing. It's my favorite new addition to the Suede rules.
You get a D6 in addition to your trait dice.
To everything, damage,
everything,
every
yeah,
attack, everything you do for the turn, everything. It's powerful.
And then you can spend a penny to extend it for another turn.
What is convection? How do you get it?
Well, if you succeed, your character succeeds in something or experience in something great, have a large victory, or someone you love dies, or something painful happens to you, or something dramatic happens to you. It's supposed to represent some inner strength. So you could use that inner strength, this conviction, to draw on certain situations, I think.
And I'm assuming it's controlled GM side then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes and
it'll
no,
give us
because-
conviction points if he decides we've earned them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, there are downtime rules in Pathfinder Savage Worlds where you can just spend your downtime earning a point of conviction.
That is true.
Fair enough.
Get there in the book.
Oh, cool. They actually added airships.
So bennies are like dice. You just drag them into the chat window when you want to use them. That's how they dispense.
Yeah, exactly. So if you drag it, it will show that so and so has used a penny.
Well, actually,
or if you want to use them, sorry, go ahead. Because
please, go ahead.
that's one way to use them. And if you want to use them for instance, to re-roll an attack die or a trait roll, you just drag it to the trait you just used.
Okay.
And when you go to soak damage, you can drop it in the combat tracker on the damage that's been done to you, and it'll roll a soak roll for you automatically.
Yeah. So you can do it either way.
The combat tracker, that's the big window on the left.
No, the combat tracker, you got to click on the little sword over on the right. It'll open the combat tracker up.
Okay. All right.
So there you should see all your you see the party sheets, and of course, you see the party members, and then when or if you meet some baddies, they will show up here as well.
Okay. Oh, so you actually have to drag onto the target character that you're trying to hit. Little target? Okay.
You can if you want to. You can also control click on the target when you have a map in front of you.
Yeah, you can drag
or
the
you
dice
could
on the map
drag
or the combat
die
tracker.
to the yeah.
Yeah.
It's, lots
or
of
drag
different
the
ways.
die onto the target that you want to hit. Okay.
Yeah, on the combat tracker or on the map. So it's several ways to use it.
There's also one thing in Savage Worlds which is not in the other rule sets is once if you like drag a dice onto something, it automatically makes it your target. It doesn't do that in D&D. It makes it a target for the damage roll afterwards. Whereas in D&D, if you drag it onto the target, it doesn't then remember that was your target, and you've got to drag the dice again.
It doesn't. Oh.
Yeah, and it only does it in Savage Worlds. Doesn't do it in D&D.
I haven't played D&D, so I don't.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't play anymore. It's rubbish. Savage Worlds is much better.
It is an awesome rule set. It also does range for you, which is amazing.
It does, yeah. And that's a thing I've added. Let's see if it works, because I've opted out of using squares, so you should be able to move your characters freely on the maps and measure inches as per a tabletop. Let's see if it works when we're getting there. I tested it out beforehand to see if ganging up and such rules works.
What do you mean you've hidden the grid?
Seems...
The grid, as long as the grid's there, it doesn't.
Yeah, the grid is hidden, but it doesn't have snap to grid.
Yeah, because it makes it better for. That's what I do. It makes it better for moving it around because you can get it. You can get it precisely as close to something as you like.
Yeah.
Because
so I think that should work. If it doesn't, we'll just
no, it does. It does work, and it's a better
yeah.
way of doing it. Yeah.
Great. But okay, guys, I think we're ready then to start our adventure.
The dragon comes down and eats you. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. In the chat, in the Discord chat, rather, I added a link to a music player called RPG Sounds. Just add that to your, and just it opens up a window where you can listen to music or something. Basically, for me to play music to you guys. And if you click and listen to music now, I'm just turning sounds on.
Am I crazy, or is excellent spelled EXCELLENT?
Yeah, it's meant to have an extra L, yeah. I hear the music.
Great.
Mine, it doesn't seem to want to connect.
Strange.
This feels like the creepy travel music.
Oh, now I hear music. No.
You should be able to control the volume when you're in the room. It should be resource light. So that little white thing, you could drag it to the left to decrease the sound, or to the right to increase it.
It doesn't seem to want to connect on my end.
Strange.
It doesn't matter. That's
yeah,
just
it's not a problem. It's just music.
Yeah, no, it's not a biggie. I usually don't use music, but it's actually a changer. I've noticed, at least for combat and stuff.
I had read that they were having some issues with Discord and pulling music from YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is something completely different. This is basically something I bought out of Steam called RPG Sounds.
Okay.
And there you can buy the music, or you could actually move MP3s that you own into it, and it creates a soundscape where you could add sounds or just play it.
So you can actually add your own sounds to it.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to buy. That's actually superior to a lot of stuff I've seen.
Yeah, so it's better than Sirenscape in that sense because you can just
Yeah,
add your shit.
Sirenscape has yep, same experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Baba Papa followed through.
But that of course means you have to add music to it, which I'm doing. But yeah, so the ones that have gotten it to work should hear some sounds.
All good. Yeah.
Give it a year and it'll be Sirenscape will be built into Fantasy Ground.
Yeah, I think so as well. Eventually, they have to create that, I think. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. We are, of course, in the world of Pathfinder. And the world of Pathfinder is the inner sea. And you are all in a countryside called Varisia. And Varisia is what you would call, and this is metagaming in a sense, is your run-of-the-mill fantasy world. It's a country with lush hills, thick forests, and dotted with ruins. And you are now on what is called the Lost Coast. Traditionally, the Varisians were a traveling folk. So, in the beginning, the Lost Coast was filled with various campsites that the Varisians used. But eventually, they've started settling cities, and Sandpoint is. And along the road that goes along the Lost Coast, there's several roadside inns, and there's several places of virtue as well. And you have reached the Lost Coast's largest town, called Sandpoint, or the Light of the Lost Coast. So the picture I actually shared with you, which I can't find now, is a view of, I'm going to share it again so it pops up, of how Sandpoint looks, bordering the sea. You have reached or arrived in Sandpoint for various reasons. And that could be, you will have to create that in your mind's eye, as it were, someone in Sandpoint. You have traveled because you know that Sandpoint is the largest city on the Lost Coast. You have heard, for instance, that goblins in the area has started to become a bigger nuisance than they have ever been. Or you might have heard stories about the excellent food they have in Sandpoint. For whatever reason, you are now visiting the beautiful city of Sandpoint.
Well, hang on, I didn't want a big mouth. Okay,
Let's see if we can't share a map with you guys. Boom. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yep.
So this is Sandpoint.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
This is Sandpoint. There's basically 3 ways into Sandpoint, not counting the sea. A northern route, a southern route, and one from the east. And as you can see, there's this huge building on the northern part of Sandpoint, which is the cathedral. and it's one of the most newly built ones in Sand. So, starting with Aladria, why do you think she has traveled to Sandpoint?
So I see maybe coming down from Keonan through Taldor to Casimir, and maybe going by boat, and maybe I'm heading up to Riddleport or somewhere north, maybe lands of the Linnorm Kings or the World Wound, or I don't know, something like that. And so this is just like a stopping point as I'm traveling.
Excellent. So you have nothing really, no reason to actually be in Sandpoint. You're stopping there for a couple of days before traveling.
Yeah, and you know, my goddess is all about travel and fate and safety and serendipity. So, you know, this kind of falls into the whole thing. She's about travel, places, seeing new things, go new places. So
Excellent.
you know, just traveling is not a, you know, she's a traveling adventurer.
Excellent. She has chosen a most excellent time to stop by in
Lost
Sandpoint.
audio.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah.
My audio is cutting in and out.
Hopefully
Maybe
it
the
will
music?
work. Let's turn off the music. It might be that it's actually taking band. I'm just.
You're coming fine for me.
It got worse once you started putting up images.
Oh, that's downloading. Yeah, it's sucking your bandwidth downloading all these images.
Yeah. So that would be that's just for you. Well, I will have to think about that. So, as
But they
soon as
stay
we
on the
share a
computer once
picture-
you've downloaded it.
Okay,
Once it's
yeah.
downloaded, it's there forever. Yeah.
What the
So
hell?
I will shut up as I'm sharing pictures, and then I start speaking again.
That's all right.
So yeah, excellent. Thank you, Aladria. Guyal or Guyal? How do you want to pronounce that?
I think that when you the second one, it sounded pretty good.
Guyal?
Yeah, Guyal, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty what it's meant to be anyway.
Great.
Yeah,
And
I'm here looking for goblins because I hear they're trouble and they're messing with the trees.
That is a fair point. Thank you. Have you stayed in Sandpoint long, or have you just arrived?
I've only just got here. Who's here one?
I'm Hayawan. Fat Earther.
I'm only seeing 4 characters in it, and no one's called here one.
And you're playing. So let's take number 3 in a row. That's Vasius or Vasius.
Yes.
How come you reached the fair city of, or the fair town of Sandpoint?
Vasius is from Alkenstar, and due to some issues back home, he got kicked out of the academy and had to run due to some unforeseeable circumstances, and has simply taken upon a pilgrimage of self-perfection and research, and eventually somehow ended up in Sandpoint, to make a very long travel short.
Great. Thank you.
Probably by boat.
Probably by boat. Excellent.
Yes.
And then, last but not least, Aloysius.
I am in Sandport looking for work, essentially, bounty hunter. And I figure since this is the biggest city, there must be some good bounties to be had in the area.
Okay. Excellent. So none of you have stayed in Sandpoint more than a day.
No, I haven't. I've only just got here.
Maybe we were on the same boat together. Who was that was on the boat?
Vasius.
I wasn't on the boat.
Vasius?
Yes. I think, given the geography of the world, it would be the most suitable way to get there.
Excellent. So then you at least the two of you are well, you might not know each other, but actually spoken you trip at least, so you know of each other. And you have all chosen a very good time to visit Sandpoint because the Sandpoint is getting ready for their yearly festival called the Swallowtail Fest, and it's held every autumnal equinox around the 22nd or 23rd of. You are actually on the 22nd of reaching the town of Sandpoint. So as you enter the town, you can see that all around you, people are starting. They are prepared, certainly for day. So it's they've beautified the town. Flowers everywhere. At the middle of the square, as you arrive, several stalls, fruit, food, with ale, merchants selling their wares, and they've decorated the buildings around you with flowers. And there's this huge wagon with boxes on them containing what appears to be butterflies, or in essence, swallowtails, which is a butterfly. Is any of you religious? That would be Aladria, right?
Yeah.
So you've heard of this festival before, and it's not only in Sandpoint, not only for Sandpoint, of course. It's it is this story about this this god Desna,
I was
who
gonna say,
fell
is it Desna?
Desna, yeah, who fell to the earth and was nursed back to health by a blind child. And as a reward, the god Desna transformed this child into an immortal butterfly. And to celebrate this, each year they release thousands of these swallowtail butterflies into the air, and it's of course it's very good luck to have one of the land. So that's why they celebrate the Swallowtail Festival, and Sandpoint is no different. They of course are also planning to celebrate this joyous occasion. Please tell me a little bit about yourself, because you are all entering the the square. Let's now I need to shut up again because now I'm going to add a map of the square as you're entering it. I'm just going to drag your characters to the map.
You can drag the little green icon, it'll drag all of us on there and want it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can do that. It's easier, yeah. Boop.
Oh my. Guess I could just buy a horse later then. That makes sense.
Is someone not on the map? Yeah. Boop.
I mean, I have a horse, but I probably left it somewhere. I'll buy it later, regardless. If it's not much of an issue.
You left it out of picture.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I don't have
Yeah.
any intention on using it.
So this is what you see. You see that there are several villagers gathered around square, and they've built this kind of scene where a priest is walking up and down, looking, waiting a certain Singlen, it seems, and he's flanked by what appears to be a town guard and what appears to be the sheriff, the leader of the guards here in Sam. He wears his badge of on his around his neck.
Does it look like a hanging, or does it look like a play they're putting on?
No, it seems to be there's a joyous occasion, and there's no hanging, nothing murderous or like that. It's more of a joyous. And as you stand there, a farmer and his wife and two children looks up at you, and they just first time in Sandpoint, I take it.
Indeed, this is amazing.
This is a great town to visit, especially during this joyous occasion, the Swallowtail Festival.
I say, Desna be praised.
Oh yes, does not be praised. And he seems really happy that you recognize the reason why this is actually being a joyous occasion, as it were.
Eledra would kneel down and pat the kids on the heads and ask them their names, and just, generally she's a very outgoing, friendly person. Respects the best of people.
Now I'm trying to find. I'm sorry. Something just pooped and everything just went away from my screen. Second. Yeah, and of course, you have not been here before, if I remember it correctly. So the man reaches out with his hand to shake yours. The name's Hambly. I'm and this is my wife Liz, and these are our sons.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Hambly, Liz, little ones.
Nice to meet you, mister.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just looking at the butterflies. Where are the butterflies?
They have not been released yet. They're still in there. And he points to the cart with the covered boxes. And as you stand there, give me a second. Take your time. Sorry, was my daughter coming in to say that you forgot to put me to bed? And I said yes. No, she's big enough to do that herself. So yeah, as you look into the man on the what do you call it, scene? What do you call it actually in English? Can't remember. When you're standing on a pulpit on
Stage.
Stage. Thank you. Stage. He stands and he looks out over the people and he says, "People of Sandpoint, as you know, this is a very joyous occasion. Sandpoint. We are here to celebrate not only our beloved Swallowtail release and festival, we're also here to celebrate building and restoration of our beautiful cathedral.
Boom, boom.
You can see here behind. But today is not only a day for speeches, we will also be having fun and games, festival, theater, and food. So I beg you, enjoy, have fun, and I will address you later again. And some smattering of applause. People are milling about, mostly interested in what's served in. That there's several festival things, contests, basically sack race, hide and seek, weightlifting challenges, balance beam contest, tug of war events, everything you could find on a here. And there's several of the taverns of Sandpoint are exhibiting their wares, and what is really nice is it seems to be free.
Where is the closest beer?
The closest beer is, I would say, in this here tent.
I am moseying over here to get some beer.
So as you approach the tent, you see a fairly old man standing behind a, well, hastily built counter with several kegs and barrels. Yes, can I help you?
Hello, my good sir. Could I have a flagon of your finest, please?
Yes, you may. First time here in Sandpoint, I take it? Haven't seen you
Yes.
around. Oh,
Yes,
pleasure to
yes.
meet you. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Igor, and yes, I'm the bartender here and where today.
Yeah, I'll wave and I'd say I'd like one as well, please.
Of course, of course. And he pours 2 jugs of ale, and he puts them down with foam brimming. Smells delicious. And
Thank you.
for today, ale is free. But please, as the sheriff and the town's guard are watching, do not overindulge, please.
Noted.
Not having a drink.
Cheers, Guyal.
Cheers.
That's
Fortuitous
the
and relaxed
wooden
game.
mugs click together, plonk. You can see that people are milling about. They're inspecting the stalls. They're chatting, laughing. It's a very joyous occasion. That's for sure.
I'm going to sit down on a crate and enjoy my beer.
Good. It's a extremely nice day as well. It's sunny. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's pretty. It's spring, so it's not that, but it's neither cold nor warm. Perfect temperature. Perfect time to have. Oh yeah, nice token. Thank you.
Perfect day for a festival.
Perfect day for a festival. And you can see dogs running around. There's children all over the place, and
Dogs barking.
dogs barking. Yeah, that's exactly a good sound effect.
Yeah, very good sound effects. Yeah.
Yeah. And it starts to get close to noon when you gather that father priest and his acolytes start wheeling in a large covered wagon into the square, and he stands up and he says, "Yes, as you remember the story, Desna, as the god fell to the earth, was nursed back to health by a child. As a reward, this child was forever transformed into an immortal. To commemorate this joyous and wonderful occasion, we are now. Oh, yeah. We will now release these children of Desta. And one of his acolytes just removes the top of the boxes, and thousands of butterflies starts flying out of the square. And children are chasing the butterflies, and people are laughing, and it's and you can see that several are trying to get the butterflies to land on them. And after a while, several of the taverns starts pouring up lunch, and it's as with the ale, it's provided free, as at the expense of said tavern, and it is quite a gathering around a particular dish down here, where a young woman stands serving what appears to be curry spiced salmon. And it seems to be by far the most popular dish around. But there's also winter drop mead. There's hagfish lobster chowder, or the white deer's peppercorn venison to partake in. These are the 3 taverns in Sandpoint.
I'll just be having some fruit.
Yeah, there's fruit, definitely fruit. It's seasonal, of course, but there's fruit. Do you guys do you want to participate in the festival activities, or are you more of a onlooker?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there with my beer and an apple, watching basically. I said I haven't finished the beer yet. I've been drinking it super slow.
Super slow. That's good.
I'm sitting on me crate, just looking around. My cat is having a look around, seeing what's what.
I'd have tied my mule up and been doing a taste test of everything, and then taking notes on it. Maybe talking to them about how to cook.
You should you should make the mule and my cat Puss in Boots and Donkey.
That'd be awesome.
I should do that. Puss in Boots.
Oh, the cat was wandering around.
Yeah.
I thought that was a player.
Oh yeah, the cat is a player. It's my cat. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a player. Yeah, it's your cat.
So it is, and it's actually a wild card. The donkey, on the other hand, is not.
No, it is not. I will try to keep it out of danger.
It might become a wild card.
GM, what did you say was located at this card? I wanted to grab some of that curried salmon.
Yeah, here, exactly, down here.
Oh, perfect. All right.
And you said there were events and stuff like contest of strength, balance.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening here in. Let's see, in the Swallowtail Festival actually. So there's several activities that you could participate in if you would like to.
Oh.
But no beer drinking competition.
Well, yes, there is a beer drinking competition now that I mention it, and it's. Oh wait, the phone is ringing. Give me 2 seconds.
Take your time.
Guys, if you close the character sheet, how do you reopen it?
Just double click the little portrait.
Yep.
Top left.
Just double click the little portrait.
Yep.
Okay, thanks a lot.
And if you ever close the map by accident, you can click your token on your character sheet, and or the combat tracker, and it'll bring up the map that your token's on.
Okay. Yeah, I almost got deleted the map accident as well. It's really a pain in the ass to navigate with so many windows.
You can right click on a window and minimize it as well.
Okay, guys, we'll have to take a short break. Out for it won't take long,
Okay.
but let's say maximum 10 minutes.
All right.
And I
Okay.
right
I'll get a drink.
Yeah, great.
If you use your mouse button, press your mouse button, you can drag the map around.
If I use my mouse button, it doesn't seem to drag.
Oh, the middle mouse button.
The wheel, I'm sorry. So if you hit
middle mouse button.
yeah.
Or you have to the bottom right, you have this ring. If you click on it and then move the mouse, click and hold and mouse.
Oh, okay. Whoa, where are you going? That didn't go so well.
And also, if you look up the top right of the map, there's a little thing, like a triangle with 3 dots above it. Click that and it opens a toolbar.
Be right back.
Alrighty.
I'm grabbing a drink. Ruby.
And if you right click on the map, it brings up stuff to make pointers. And you can also hit your left and right mouse button at the same time and drag to do arrows.
Of course, okay.
And if you hit, I think it's Alt in both arrows, you'll do circles.
I've already forgotten everything. It takes me ages to like learn this shit. So main thing, like, okay, to move a character, you just drag from the character where you want to go, and then let go, and eventually it walks.
No, the GM has it set right now where we can't move freely. So basically, hit OK on our moves, so you can see how far you're moving. And what you can do is you can right click on that to cancel your move, but like you're doing with the you can do pathing, so you can see exactly where you're going. Like if you want to avoid getting next to somebody, you could like move around them, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I noticed that, but I didn't realize why I wasn't moving. So he was actually moving my character. Okay.
Well,
so
on his side, there's a check, a green check mark, and a red X. And if he hits the check mark, you move along the path. And if he hits the X, he denies the move.
Okay. All right.
And that's an option. It can be turned on and off, but it's great for combat because then you can see exactly how far you're moving. Everyone should have a 6 speed if they're unencumbered, unless you have fleet or something like that.
No, I don't have this.
You can run for an extra D6.
So you would then need to click the run button.
Yes, and that will apply -2 to everything you do the rest of that turn. And for every action you take past the first, you get a -2 on every action in that turn. So if you run and take 3 actions, you're at -6 on every action you take.
Yeah.
And a -2 is pretty devastating in Savage Worlds. -4 is crippling. -6 is just you're just rolling to see if you can crit.
So if I do 3 actions, I click 1, 2, 3 to the actions, and it automatically knows that I have ambidextrous and two-handed fighting. So it automatically
pick a target or drop your dice on somebody, like one of us or one of the NPCs, and it should automatically know it. So like click to 2 actions, and then take a fighting attack, and then a fighting attack with the other hand. So you have to have that set up on your combat sheet.
So I go to my weapons, I guess. Right, that's combat. I'm afraid to attack and just kill somebody in the game.
No, because again, the GM has to okay the damage.
Oh, okay, all right. So yeah. I'll attack that brunette who's standing next to me, the poor girl. So I'll hit her with my bastard sword.
And you should get a +1 to hit because I'm flanking her. It's called gang up. So anytime
it didn't let.
What's that?
It didn't let me.
My guess is they're just decoration. They're not actually.
Okay. All right.
Characters.
I will attack you if you don't mind, just
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
see how it works. So there. So that's my first attack. So
Okay,
then I need to choose. So sorry.
Did you have the 2-action thing taken?
I had clicked it to 3 actions.
Okay, well you just rolled damage against me. You didn't roll to hit.
Oh, okay. I need to. Oh, I rolled the wrong dice. Sorry, my
Yeah.
bad.
So
So I
on the
need to
left,
roll
yeah, to the
the
left is your
single
fighting
die.
skill, and to your right is your damage.
Okay, now I missed you.
Okay, so let's take a look at that. So fighting, sword, bastard, multi-action 3, -4, but it did give you the -4. So it's not taking into account your.
It's not taking in. Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to set that up as an attack. So on your sheet, you can right-click your attack and set up a sub-attack.
Oh Christ, this is super complicated. Attack info, create sub attack.
It seems
Okay.
crazy complicated, but it's all plain English, which is why Foundry is amazing, but it requires you to know whatever that Java. It requires you to know Java basically. So
Yeah.
this is all English, super easy. But you said the GM had you set up with ambidextrous 2-weapon attack. Isn't that all set
Yeah.
up?
But I have them in edges, but it didn't. I'll try it again. So now, when I did that, when I right-clicked on, for example, my battle axe, and I chose to create a sub attack, it opened up a die underneath
Right.
the die
So,
of my battle axe.
right. So now you can write the name of it in, and you can say 2-weapon attack. So what are you going to be using? Bastard sword and.
A bastard sword and a battle axe.
Okay, so you can write bastard sword. They're the same to hit, same damage, or are they different?
They are, I believe, different damage.
Okay, so you'll need to make another sub attack.
Okay.
One bastard sword, one battle axe.
So I need to do that underneath each weapon.
Sure, it doesn't really matter. Because you can name it anything you want, as long as the numbers come out the same. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can make a brand new attack if you wanted.
Oh, this is. Oh man, so I don't even know what to call this now. So let's just put it in sub attack, just
You
so
can
I
put
know.
this as 2-weapon attack. Call it like
2-weapon
2-weapon
attack.
And then make a sub attack under that for bastard sword. So if you just right click anywhere on the sheet but not on the weapon, and you right click, it'll just say create an attack rather than a sub attack. So maybe you want to just make 2-weapon attack.
I think I'm gonna. I got to be honest. I'm confused already. I'll leave it for the GM to sort it out because I don't want to screw up the sheet.
Yeah. It's hard to.
At this point.
The worst thing you can do is delete something because once it's gone, it's gone. There's no going back. So it's easy to add stuff and then later on get rid of it.
So now, if I drag this, all right, I'm gonna attack you again.
So that's basically my parry is a 6. You rolled it, your best roll on your 2 dice was a 6 because you have -4 on it.
Yeah.
And then it became a 2, so you missed. So you're almost always going to miss with a -4.
Oh, I need to.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have a -4. It should be a -2.
Right, but that has to be on the roll you're making. It is definitely on your character, but you have to transfer that to your attack. So
Okay. I'll just attack singly for now.
Okay.
What's the problem?
He's just trying to figure out how to do his attacks, how to set his attacks up so they're automated with no penalty for 2-weapon and ambidextrous.
You could just right click the die and add a modifier to compensate for it.
Yes, that was when he created the sub attack. That's kind of what I was going to suggest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a little over my head, GM. Sorry, I'm slow to to pick this stuff
No
up.
problem.
Delete sub attack.
I was just offering a solution. No, I just arrived.
Yeah, no, it's a matter of implementing it. I don't really quite fully grasp the process.
Well,
I
in the combat, there's the die, right? There's that little die. Just right click it.
Yeah.
Does it show like a wheel?
Yeah. I got the wheel. I created a sub attack.
Is it a different wheel?
No. Oh. Oh, you did sub attack. Oh, I see what you did.
I will
No, not on the
delete it.
exclamation mark. On the die itself.
I'll delete the sub attack. Okay, so right click on the die.
Okay, before you do that, right click on the sheet and make a new attack.
Oh, now I gotcha. So right click on the sheet.
Make a new attack.
Attack info, create attack. I guess that's it. Create attack.
Create attack. So now,
Okay.
now click on the right click on the die, like he's talking about, the fighting die on the left. And you'll have a lot of options, and one of them will just add a modifier to that roll. So you can add a +4 to the roll. So that +4 will cancel the -4. See the plus minus?
Modifiers, yeah. So fighting die, wild die.
And then just put a 4 in that box and write Y. 2 weapon fighting plus ambidextrous. And what that'll do is if you make a 3-action attack, if you make 3 attacks, all of the attacks will be at -2 because you're only compensating for 4 points of the penalty. That's just the easiest way to do it.
2 weapon.
And then you can make another attack for your battle axe. Have one for your bastard sword, one for your battle axe.
So I got to, and then I got to re-put in the weapon damage.
Yes. So for that, you just click the I button. It has the eye in it, the hexagon with the eye.
Okay.
And that'll open up your weapon damage. Just make sure it's set to melee. And then for damage, type in STR plus whatever the die is, 1d8, 1d6.
STR.
And that's going to add your strength
plus Christ, what is the damage for it?
I think 1d8 or 1d6 for a bastard sword, I think.
I see 2 dice in the thing. Does it say if I click there?
Yeah, well,
strength plus D8. Yeah.
And you have a D8 on your strength, so it's 2d8.
Strength plus D8.
And then what you want to look at is armor piercing. Do either of them have armor piercing?
It has armor piercing if held, I think, 2 hands. Actually, maybe it does have armor piercing. Oh Lord, made my life difficult.
Well, so a bastard sword has AP1, and it may be used two-handed to cause one extra damage. Put 1 in the AP.
Yeah, I put 1 in the AP.
And then the battle axe is no AP.
Okay, so then I got to make another 2 melee attack for the battle axe.
Yes, because they're different damages. No, they're the same damage. They're both D8. Oh, one is AP1. So yeah, you do need 2 different attacks.
So that's a right click there. Create attack. No, that did something different there.
Well, if you right click on the page, create attack.
Oh, it put it down at the bottom. Okay. Oh, Christ. Yeah. Oh, man.
So name them the same thing, like 2 weapon attack, bastard sword, 2 weapon attack, battle axe. That way, when it alphabetizes them, they'll be next to you.
2 weapon attack, bastard sword. Okay. This one is 2 weapon attack. So this then needs to be done like for every combination of weapons you choose.
Yeah, it does, but it really doesn't change much. I mean, that's not going to come up very often. The other thing you can do is you can just say, "Oh, that should have been 4 higher," and that's easy enough to do.
The battle axe you said was 2d8.
Battle axe is strength, STR,
Strength STR, yeah, plus
plus
d8.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry for
Welcome
the delay.
Quite all right.
Okay.
Plus d8.
Oh yeah, so we're having a crash course in.
Well, they've been
So-
fighting each other. You know, it's like, oh, it's PvP. Yeah.
All right, so now hold on a second. So now I still need to make 2 separate attacks at you, but
You would.
using those 2 weapons.
Yeah, one first, one second, because it is 2 separate actions. Each one is an action. So you have to declare 2 actions and then make the 2 separate attacks.
Oh, I missed roll 20. I got to be honest.
This blows D20 away once you get familiar with it.
It just needs to be set up, but once it's set up, it's you click a button and everything just happens for you.
I feel like I walked into like an advanced university class like 2 days late without reading anything.
But eventually, it will all fall in place as we get into to get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. It's not once. Yeah.
Just remember to wear your clothes for the final exam.
Yeah.
Put your safety glasses on at all times.
It will be questions.
I'm gonna fail this exam.
Did you guys notice that? Is it Guyal? He talked in Dwarven there, and you see it came up more, and nobody can understand it unless you understand his language. In that,
Yeah, it was gnomish. Yeah, I'm a gnome.
I know
Wait.
Dwarven, but it didn't.
Yeah, because I spoke in gnomish, not in Dwarven.
Okay,
This was
I
gnomish.
I didn't know.
Is it like that? Maybe I actually typed it wrong. The language. Because I should know Gnomish.
That's insane.
Do you know Gnomish, Vasius?
Yeah.
So
It should be
Alagro,
on my
I'm gonna
file.
attack you again just to see.
Give me a second then. I'm going to drag it to see if it works. One moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, gnome is one of the languages, not gnomish.
Yeah. But as he has it on his character sheet, he would be able to understand it.
Yeah, no, if it's gnomish or gnome, yeah, it's the big difference, isn't it?
That could be the issue. Where was
Oh,
language?
we'll solve that as we go on.
Yeah, I'll solve that in a moment. Just need to find languages. I must be
Okay, so
blind.
you just critically failed there.
Okay, but I got the -2. So then, because now I have it set as 2 weapons. So then with the second.
Don't forget, you need to add that +4 modifier to both attacks. Right? You click on the die and add
Anyway.
+4 to it.
Oh, I think I forgot to do that.
Here, Luke.
You know what? I'm incorrect. It's not +4. It's +2. So each of those attacks should have a +2, because 2 actions is a -2, not a -4.
+2.
I'll try this way.
Well, that's a
Is that it?
+2. That's a +2.
It is strange though, as I look through the race of gnome, it actually gives you a skill on languages. Which is really strange.
Yeah, gnome is D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And according to the core rules, there's
Maybe they changed it because when Kevin started doing the PDF,
yeah,
it was
used the old
before
one and then
he
they
used
changed-
used it before it was official. So
Yeah.
That's funny because in the rule book they don't talk about that at all. They just say you speak Common, Gnome, and Sylvan. There's no languages.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
probably changed it as they were going. Yeah.
Considering that this is actually simplified languages for Pathfinder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you speak
Every
Elven,
read
you can read and
actually
write.
to have
Yeah.
one. So, like you're actually supposed to have different languages depending on the region of the world, and that can get really annoying if you have like a campaign that has a lot of travel.
Yeah. Yeah. So we aren't. Yeah, they've simplified it, but that works under the context.
Yeah, definitely.
So sorry guys. Where were we?
I was about to have a big fight with a giant camel.
I assume that something bad's gonna happen to this lovely little scenario.
No. Why would anything bad happen to this beautiful town? Of course.
It can't be all that bad. We got free beer.
Yeah. Free beer is great.
Until
Well,
it's poisoned and you wake up in the hold of a slave ship.
yeah, that is what will happen in 10 minutes. We will fade to black and you will all wake up. Roll new characters. No.
And now we're paying skull and shackles.
You guys shouldn't have drank the beer. That was the point.
That's the point.
Well, my next
Poison.
character won't be ambidextrous with two-fisted fighting. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you definitely bit off a big chunk of the game system there.
Yeah, it will all fall into place eventually.
Yeah, hopefully, it will fall into place. 2021, not 2022.
Eventually.
Hey, I understand Guyal speaking Sylvan
Very good.
and Vicious speaking Draconic.
Yeah,
So there's overlap.
there is overlap. Yeah.
I went with most common languages in the region of the character I made. So
Great. Okay, guys, where were we? We were. You were ale.
we all
The people mill about, and as the day gets darker and darker, and when the sun begins to set, the father, which you have now gotten to know and understand, his name is Santos. He again takes the central podium and he uses what appears to be a stone in his hand, which gives off this thunderstrike sound. And everybody stops and turns around towards the podium. And then he raises his arms and he clears his throat and he prepares to recite the prayer of first dreaming. But before you can see he takes a breath and to start to recite this prayer. But before he get anything, this loud scream of a woman going, and you see something. Actually, it's you, Aloysius. You see something rushing past really swiftly. You can't really make out what it is, and suddenly you see this, and as you see this creature running past, this high-pitched voices with tittering screeches and sounds that it's not quite human. And you can hear this strange song that begins from several small figures that they are chanting this shrill scratch. You can hear this goblins shoo and then goblins fight, stab the dog and cut the horse, goblin eat and take by force, goblin race and jump and slash and goblins bump, burn the skin and mash the head, goblins here and you be dead, chase the baby, catch the pup, bonk the head to shut it up, bones be cracked, flesh be stewed, we be goblins, you be food. And everywhere suddenly you can hear screaming and these small green creatures just running around with sharpened kitchen knives, could be large swords, and suddenly you see one of the dogs you've been watching earlier just slump down with, and a goblin has sunken his knife in its strong blood all over the place, and one of the guards over here, right in front of Srees, he's just being swamped by several goblins that are just chopping there. And he goes down. As you can see, there's these 3 goblins standing there looking really depraved and happy. You killed the Humi! Kill the cat! One of them says, sees the cat. And the third one actually starts munchkin on being paying that much attention. And we are in combat. Please draw an action card. I think you can do it yourself, right?
I'm not even sure how to do that.
Or maybe
Yeah,
I
or
can
you
do
can
it
just
for you.
start.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
start
start. Boom.
combat. I'll deal us
You have to start it,
Yeah.
I think.
Why couldn't I draw the cannons?
Yeah, you just do it on the combat tracker. Just go, just boom, done.
Yeah, I get this compile logs error.
Go to the menu in the upper left of the combat tracker and then initiative for all.
I did.
Yeah, it says dealing cards at all, but it's not dealing cards at all, is it?
No. Let's do like this then. Boom and deal. No, there's errors. Shit. Why
What
is
error
this?
is it?
Script execution errors. I don't know what that means actually. Let's drag it off. Boom. I'm going to drag it.
Problem with it.
Ah, that worked. The goblins
Boom.
go first.
And also, if you are not happy with your card, you can always spend a Benny, and the Benny can allow you to draw another card.
If you drag the Benny to the card and drop it on the card, it'll draw another card for you.
It won't, because there will be an error, unfortunately.
Oh, is
And I
that
don't
what's
know
happening?
why. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just got an error. I just drew. Yeah, that's weird. Have you got any extensions installed?
I have, but nothing that should actually interfere. I've tried this on earlier, and it works.
Yeah, you got nothing installed. Bartender and the GM icon and the theme. That's it.
Yeah. So there shouldn't be anything that actually, because I didn't want to jinx it with putting too much extensions on, and suddenly it jinxed anyway. But just tell me that you want to draw a new card, and
Yeah, I mean, I just spent a Benny drawing a new card and it didn't work. So
you spent the Benny, and that's
because I got a 2 of spades, and that's not very good, especially since my cat is up there right next to him.
so you get this instead.
That's rubbish. Okay, I'll go with that. I'll have the 5. Yeah.
Aladra, are you happy with your card, or
I mean, I don't think I can beat an ace of spades. The only thing better than that
No
would
one's
be a
gonna
joker.
Joker.
yeah?
Joker beats everything.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with the 4.
Okay, so we are in combat, and the goblins go first. Unfortunately, they took you by surprise, and we start with this little dude who tries to skewer Cerise, but he's more interested in actually throwing an apple, throwing this apple at her, and he misses because he's way too agile and dodges out of the way. And then we have this guy, this bloke. He sees this farmer in front of him, so he just rushes towards him, and attacks him with what appears to be this wicked with holes in it, actually. So it whistles as it attacks this defenseless. Oh shit. Oh god. So
Somebody just got raised on.
yeah, so with that, he just oh god.
He's dead.
Yeah. Oh shit. So
He forced
yeah.
the pile.
yeah, so blood gets squirted all over the place. He goes, and this poor bearded fellow, he goes down, can't speak with his jugular thorn and slashed, and he goes down in a blood heap, and that's his turn. And now for the final goblin that spies Vasius standing in the open, and he starts running towards you, trying to skewer you with his wicked blade.
You tried to kill
And
my
that's
cat
a
to
hit,
see it. Threw an
unfortunately.
apple and missed.
You can't parry that time.
I don't have a weapon out, I'm assuming, yeah. So yeah.
But you can have a weapon out if you want to, because
Then
you were
I do
warned
have
with the guys.
I do have a rapier. That's a 5 parry.
You should have it equipped then, yeah. Just click the equip
Yeah.
button, yeah.
So yeah, but that's good,
Oh,
because that means it's not a hit. So you parry his fumbling attack with this wicked. It looks like a meat cleaver with, and he tries to attack you, and you deftly parry it. And we are at Aloysius.
calculating. Oh, I'm sure that works, I guess.
So is push to talk working now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
I need some goblin music.
We should have some combat music.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the approaching goblin with my crossbow, and then move forward so I can get closer to whoever is standing next to the goblin.
Mm-hmm. You're shooting this guy? Oh shit, that's a hit with a raise. Very nice hit.
Do I need to drag my damage dice on top of him?
No, it will automatically.
Yeah, it's targeted him now,
raise
so yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay.
If you look on the combat track, it says target goblin free.
But otherwise, yes, you would.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, after you've hit him though, it automatically selects him as a target, so it's quite a cool feature.
Did I do damage to him? Did I kill him?
No, you've hit him, now you've got to do the damage roll.
Yeah, now you have to roll damage.
And the damage is going to get an extra d6 because you hit with a raise.
Yeah, and it will do that automatically. So you can just double click it or just drag the dice to the chat.
And I guarantee you are going to kill him.
Oh God! So please describe that wishes.
Aloysius, I drew my pistol out, my cross pistol, seeing that my compadre over there was in trouble. I said, "Die, you bastard goblin!" and fired one single bolt towards him, hitting him right in the head.
And yeah, he goes down like a sack of potatoes. Smack!
You've got blood splatter turned off.
Yeah, because it were as I turned off snap to grid, blood get.
Yeah.
And then
I'll have to check what's
I
wrong.
move forward to get next to whoever's there.
Excellent. That's Vasius.
Can I use my remaining turn to cycle another bolt in?
You can. Oh, you should have said that before, but yeah, I'm allowing. But you have 5. You have 5. Yeah, you can. That's fine.
Okay, thanks a lot. Sorry about that. I'll mention it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to announce it in advance because it would have given you -2 on your attack roll.
Yeah, you got to click the little multi-action
I'll
button
do it
down
on
the
my
bottom.
next round.
You would have hit anyway, so it's fine. So it's. But now, yeah, for next round, yeah, great. Guyal, you're up.
Well, I'm going to jump up on this crate I'm standing on and spin up my sling and hit this goblin too.
Goblin number 2.
Yep.
You.
I am now targeting.
You. Ooh, you're rolling well today. That's a hit.
Boom. That's the slingshot right in the eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see this goblin is still hunched over the farm, eating pieces of his ear as your sling. Large eyes, but still a very small target for where you're. And he goes down. And he's out.
Now it's my cat's turn.
I think your sensitivity might be too high, spring roll, because you're coming in and out unless you have it push to talk, in which case you're not holding it down because you keep fading in and out when you're talking.
Oh yeah, could be. I'll change it to push to talk.
Or just set your sensitivity down so it picks up more.
Mm-hmm. Is this better?
It's a little low.
It was working before. I'm just saying you were talking and like some of your words were dropping out.
Is this better?
That's perfect.
Great. Okay, so
The cat tries to bite the goblin and then is gonna, even though it might get an attack, gonna run over here.
Yeah, the goblin actually is trying to. He kicks and frost as the cat tries to scratch his eyes out. And Basius, it's you. What's up?
Huh.
I've got a cat.
People are running.
If you hold your if you hold your turn, do you get your turn next round? How does that work? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, you can. I'll be on hold indefinitely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you don't get to go 2 attacks next round if you miss it this round, though.
If you go on hold in one round, as long as you don't get shaken, you can act whenever you want in the next round.
Yeah.
Well, assuming that there's most likely more goblins, I kind of wanted to go on hold.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
You're
so
holding.
up by the stage, is that like the mayor standing there on the stage?
This is the priest.
That's the priest?
Yeah, and this is the sheriff, and this is the town's guard. He's actually somewhere here over trying to battle some goblins, which are out of picture right now.
Oh, I see. So there are they're out of okay, there are yeah.
All right, so I want to declare a well, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move towards the priest, and I'll be shouting to the people. People of Sandpoint, gather around your holy man for protection against these vile invaders. And I'll be trying to like cajole people to get closer to the priest, and then I'm going to cast sanctuary on the priest with an area of effect, large blast template.
Great.
Nice.
Nice.
And that has a range of smarts, so I don't actually need to get that close before I would veer off. It's like I was there.
Yeah. I'm moving you back.
Okay, so I need to be within 6 inches of him.
So let's see. So
And
here.
I should be able to move to there after I'm done casting.
You can actually move there directly if you want to.
Yeah,
at 6 inches.
I didn't think of it, but here's the sanctuary spell. Whoops, it didn't roll. No, it's not rolling.
Whoa.
All right, so that's success with a raise.
Mm-hmm.
So evil creatures have to make a spirit roll at -2 to attack anybody within a large blast template.
Great. So that's awesome.
Based on him.
Yeah.
And
Leave
then
that on.
That's on the high priest.
Yep.
And then I'm moving up to support Various and Mysterious and Aloysius.
Excellent. And we are, oh shit. It won't roll new. It's really strange, this. Really, really strange. So let's give them new ones. Or did I give you 2 now, Guyal? I did right.
You only have to give, yeah, you only have to give us one, don't you? But yeah.
So we keep the high one. And who has not received a card? This sucks that it doesn't work as intended.
Yeah, it's weird. I would do a compile
Yeah,
logs and slap it on the
check
forums.
after this session and fix it all so it works for our next session. Great. So we start with Aloysius.
On my map, I'm only seeing one goblin north.
Yeah. There's only one that you are now. You can see now. There's combat and shit happening all over the place.
How much cover is he? Is he being provided by that thing in front of him?
Half cover.
Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough distance to run and perform a melee attack. Okay, I will take another shot at him.
Well, you can run. Gives you a -2 on your attack, but you can run.
Yeah, but then I'd have to run and jump over it.
No,
When you click the run dice, it rolls another d6 or whatever it is and adds it to your roll. Run further.
Oh, where did he go? Okay. But then I'm at the same as if I shoot him from here. It's a -2 for cover.
Ah, yeah, this is true. So don't bother.
So yeah, I'm just
Ignore me.
here and just take another shot at that little green bastard, and then reload afterwards. So then it would be right.
-2 to hit him at first, then.
So I click the 2 actions.
Yeah, good.
In the thing down here.
That's exactly right. Sorry, I was asleep.
No problem.
Oh, look at these goblins. They've appeared out of nowhere.
That's a hit.
These little green bastards. And then I shout out to the rest of the goblins, stop what you're doing or every single one of you is going to die.
You see one of you get a rotten fruit thrown in your general direction. Okay, roll for damage.
I need to roll for damage. Sorry, it doesn't do it automatically.
That sounds like goblins. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it comes another dead goblin.
I killed his mother as well.
Yeah, oh god, this is death by really massive damage. So this goblin just goes, and you actually take his heart out of his small body behind him with that arrow, and he goes down without a sound. But as you're battling this poor goblin, some of his compatriots has suddenly just started to appear behind you, and they are going, "Oh, kill them all! Kill the humies!"
are the Humies headed towards the priest to get sanctuary, or are they just like?
Well, they're running every which way. They are not smart enough to understand that you have cast the sanctuary spell. They're
Even
they're
though
they're
I spell
panicking.
it?
Yeah, they're panicking. Some of them are moving, like the younger one trying to move past. This elderly woman is trying to move, and she falls down. What appears to be her husband goes down beside her to try and help. This guard is running towards the other goblins. They are trying to move, but there are goblins in the way. This woman goes, "Ah, please help me, guy!" And they are also running towards the protection around the priest.
I have to say, I absolutely love your sound.
Yeah, the voices are awesome.
Thank you. So we are now at a impasse as these goblins have started to turn up. I will give them a card to see when they will act.
They're goblins. They're quite fast.
They
Yep.
are fast. They are fast. Faster than you would believe.
Yep.
So this strange looking goblin appears with what appears to be a hood or some kind. Let's do it like this. And he's starting to sing this song. Goblins kill, goblins crunch, goblins grow in power once. And he throws this spell towards one of the goblins right south of Guyal. And you seem to notice a certain growth of girth in this goblin in front of you. He seems stronger somehow. And then we'll just jump back down to Aladria.
Okay, so I cheated last round because Sanctuary has a range of touch. So actually, I'm adjacent to the priest.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll move you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it doesn't matter. It's we're learning, all of us here, when it comes to Pathfinder and the spells.
All right, so at this point, basically, like just some guardsmen and the party has acted.
Yeah,
to defend people. Everybody else is like just in a tizzy.
they're
So
just panicking. They're okay. To make it, there's goblins carrying torches that are starting to burn buildings or trying to burn buildings. They're not the most efficient warriors, and we have villagers. They scream all over town. It's not only in this square where you can hear battling going on.
I'm just trying to get within 6 inches of these people. So I'm trying to. All right, I can't get that guard. Damn it! He ran off by himself. He's gonna die.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so I will move to here,
Mm-hmm.
and I will tell these guys accept the blessing of redemption, and I'm gonna cast a spell, and I'm gonna include all of them as additional targets. So this will be deflection for 2 points. And then each additional target is a point. So 1, 2, 3. So this can cost me 5 points.
Well,
And
that's an awesome
I'm going to spend a Benny to get 5 points. So I'll be back at 10. And then I'm going to add hurry to the spell, which will increase everybody's pace by 2.
Wow.
That's another +1. So that'll cost 6 points.
Excellent.
I have 4.
Benny for that excellent move.
Okay. That's cool. Thank you. And I lay down the blessing of Chaldea on these fools. Oh no, critical fail!
Ah, you mother.
One of you guys is an unbeliever.
Sorry about that. I was
Must
kicked
be
out
the
of
donkey.
Sunday school.
All right, that ends the sanctuary as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Aww.
you have to remove that ring then. So it's Giselle standing a bit further off. Is she just standing there?
think so, right?
Yeah. Then we're down to these goblins over here. They're actually carrying torches, not
Which ones?
carrying swords. Oh, there's to the south east. Can you see them?
It doesn't actually say the number of the goblins of that goblin group.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
it does. Yeah, torch 2, 3. Oh, okay, I noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, I know which ones they are. Yeah.
So these are the ones, and he starts moving towards this guard, of course, with his torch, and he attacks with the torch, not any sword of any sort. And that is a hit on the poor guard. And the guard is starting to tap because his cloak is on fire, but he's not. It doesn't seem to be overly hit or damaged by that torch. And the other one goes jumping up on the cart and going and starting to riffle through the food and eating and stuffing himself and not caring a shit about the guard or anything else. And then we have this dude over here, and he starts running towards.
Wait, I think I can interrupt, right?
Yes, you
As
can.
I was holding.
You can interrupt and
Do I
act
just
whenever.
roll agility? Do I roll agility versus him? Is that it?
Yes, if you want to interrupt, yeah. But now as he's already acting, you can roll interrupt. Yes, and that's agility.
Yeah, I thought
It's
that was.
athletics.
Athletics. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, athletics. Okay. Did I hit twice?
Oh,
No,
No.
well.
he's swift with his short, stumpy legs as he runs towards Aladria with a torch in his hand, and he tries to hit you with it. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh
Good
no.
character concept.
7, is that a hit? Sorry, I forgot to
7
target.
will hit, yes.
Yeah. So that will give you damage, unfortunately. Oh yeah, but it's a torch after all. So he hits you with the torch, but you can feel the heat, but no damage is taken.
Phew.
And then in front
So
of
now I'm
you,
assuming I would go
he's just coming out. He runs into the tent, and you can hear the bartender. No, please don't do that. You can hear it, and the tent falls silent, and it's your turn, Guyal.
These mean, aren't they? Right.
Sorry.
I said they're mean. I'm going to. I'm
They
going to
look nice.
cast Smite, I think, on my sickle. Yeah, so where are you, Smite? There you are. How do you do? Can I do Smite on multiple people?
Yeah.
Mm.
Look at the description of the power.
Extra power point when into this can be
Yeah, just
affect
go
more than one target for one additional power point each. So the range on it is
smarts.
smarts. Okay, so my smarts is 6, so I can get
Everybody within 6.
I can get all of us really, can't I? Think.
Yeah, I think so. 3.
Smite is a buff.
5.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I can get all of us. Yeah. Don't think I should put it on my cat. So that's an extra 3 points. Yeah, an extra 3 points on top of 2, so it's 5 points. And then I'm gonna make it a Oh, that'll do. Yeah. That'll do. Right. So 5 points. No, I didn't target myself. Right.
Table.
Just add it to yourself.
Boom.
Great.
Right. And then. Oh, I was going to roll the effect. Did I roll? I didn't roll, did I? Okay. Let's roll just in case it didn't work.
Did you take a multi-action?
Yeah.
Yeah,
two
yeah.
actions.
I'm
Because
going to spend another penny on this. This is going to be a good penny that's going to work.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
Right.
Woo!
Okay. And then I'm going to step down here.
So what's your smite look like? Do our weapons burst into flames, or
They're growing. They've got a little. No, they've got moonlight coming off of them.
Yeah. So this flickering light washes over you and fill you with power. Okay, Guyal.
And now I'm going to hit him with my sickle.
Sweet. That is unfortunately
But I missed.
a miss. As you come in, you can see he's hunched over the man who served you beer, and he's eating from his face with his sharp teeth.
Nice.
And
What
as
a
you try to hit him with
lovely
his sickle,
goblin.
he just seems to have a sixth sense. He moves out of the way and you go just hitting air.
Now,
And now you die as well.
now Cerise is going to go up onto the top of that tent and see what she can see. Might be able to see further around than that.
Can you see through the eyes of trees?
No, I don't know.
I don't think so, right? It's just,
I don't think so. I've not got eye of the thingy. Not yet, anyway.
Well, she sees a lot of commotion all over the place. Some smoke and fires further on into Sandpoint. But right now in the square, this is where the main fight is happening, you think. And Vasius,
Alright.
you're up.
So if I were to take feint due to my martial prowess, could I use intimidate to test the goblin?
Yes, of
Or
course.
did I misunderstand? Okay.
You can use intimidate to test the goblin. Of course, you can scare him.
I'm assuming in that case, is that that's an action?
That's an action, yes.
All right. So if I wanted to move, attack, move, feint, and attack, that's a multi-action declaration, right?
That is two actions, yes. Move is a free action.
Okay.
If you're not running, if you just move you up to your movement allowance, which is usually six inches.
Yeah. And if I wanted to attack twice, can I do it with multi-action? Just
yes.
Okay. And does calculating negate the penalty?
Calculating gives you a -2, or cancels 2 points of penalties.
Yeah.
So if you declare 3 actions, you're taking a -4 in all actions. So +2 would give you a -2 in all actions.
Exactly. Yeah.
So calculating doesn't stop -2 from multi-action?
If you do 2 actions, you'd be at -2 in all actions. The 2 would cancel that.
Yeah.
If you do 3 actions, you're at -4 in all actions. So you would take a -2 on all actions.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll just stay calculating and attack the goblin twice. That should give me no minus, right?
Correct.
Well, that would be 3 actions. That would be, and as you're using calculating,
because
that
move
would be
is considered.
Calculating
Calculating is free. Because
okay, yeah,
it's
that would be free actions. Yes.
Okay.
No penalties. That is.
I just wanted to make sure. Sure. So let's see if I understand this. Do I just drag the attack on him?
Yeah, just drag the attack on him, and you hit with your first attack.
See how it did the gang up automatically?
Yeah.
Gotta love Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he's shaken, which means that you have hit him barely, and he's now reacting to you and being a bit intimidated, even, you could say.
But another shaken effect will wound him.
Yeah, so you have one attack more. Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
So that is a hit with a raise. You will do extra damage.
It didn't roll the extra damage.
It didn't roll the extra damage. Why didn't it do that? Well, it doesn't matter because he won't survive your rapier attack. Could you please describe how you dispatch of this poor goblin with 2 swift flurries of your attack?
Yes. After the first one misses, I recoil back and just skewer his head.
And that is
as I slowly then remove his head out of the rapier.
So he goes down in a splurt of goblin blood. And we are back, and it won't bloody well change cards. Just suck. So let's remove. Can't I remove cards? Have to deal cards. Boom to him. Boom to those. Adria, boom. And Adria and Guyal and Vasius hasn't received it, right?
So we shall get a free Benny, right, for Guyal getting the Joker?
Oh yeah, and you haven't got it, of course, because I met that manually. Oh shit. So usually, so you all get 1 Benny because a Joker was drawn. Usually, this would be automatic as we are dealing cards, and I don't know what's actually going wrong right now.
Did you update it to 4.1.4.1.18?
Yeah, I did. And actually, I haven't tried it since I updated. It might be that. Or it could be that you're not running the same.
Do you have the combat deck going?
Yeah, I'm on 4.1.8. It should say if someone connects and they're on a different version, it should say that they're on a different version.
Am I using the combat deck though, or am I using the normal deck? That's the question. Oh shit! I'm using the normal deck as I'm putting it. Doesn't matter.
Does that
yeah, so I'm reshuffling the normal because we draw a Joker. Right. It turns to a bit more difficult as you have to do it manually. Great. Then we start with Guyal.
Ah, right.
And now, as you have the Joker, you get extra damage.
You get a +2 on everything you do this round.
Yeah. And normally it would do this automatically, but I'm not sure as it recognizes your card or not. So you should have to, on your modifier, just move that up 2. Oh yeah, Joker bonus. You have it. Great. But you're still at multi-action.
Yeah. Doesn't like me, does it? Okay, I'm going to attack him again without spending a Benny.
He's swift and he jumps around this small tent, jumping on the kegs and going. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I'll say, oh, blah, 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 you muppet.
Yeah,
right.
Bloody annoying he is. And Cerise.
Oh, you passed the turn, didn't you?
I did. Didn't mean to.
Right, the cat's going to stay up there and just keep surveying.
I'll be yelling out. Their leader is over there next to the beer tent. We should kill him.
Yeah. Aloysius, you're up, I think.
So movement up to 6, it's a free action, but it still counts as an action, correct?
No.
No.
Movement
Movement is completely free as long as you're not running past your pace. You can move free attack and then move another free attack. You know.
Okay, let me just do some calculation here. Hold on a second. So if I move here, that's 4, and then here 5. Okay, I'm gonna move up here.
Yeah.
Shoot the goblin in the tent, and then engage the war chanter 2 in melee combat.
Okay, so that's 2 actions.
2 actions.
So you just add 2 actions to.
Yeah, I put 2 actions there. So I'm gonna crossbow hand repeating.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Okay. Then I'll reload on the beginning of my first round because I didn't declare it now. I reloaded last time, so.
That is unfortunately a miss as you are doing multi-actions. Otherwise, it would be a hit. You could use a Benny.
I will use a Benny. I just double tap them.
Just drag it to your shooting dice if you want.
Drive it to my shooting dice. Crossbow and repeating.
And that is a hit.
Nice.
It goes right past Guyal's ear. And it
Well,
goes
I'm only short. I'm only like 2'6", so it's all right.
So he moves backwards a step and falls into a heap on the side of the tent, and he's not moving. Probably never will.
Then I move forward and engage this guy with my bastard sword.
That is a hit.
Lovely.
Oh.
Okay, that is a huge hit. I'm going to Benny that to see if I can soak it.
I warned you, bastards. You little green bastards. I warned you.
And he just, as you carve into him with your broadsword, you cut out a big chunk out of his abdomen, and blood squirts all over the place. And he goes, but he's still standing. He's reeling though. He's wounded, badly wounded, but he's very much alive, unfortunately. And with that, is that your turn, Aloysius?
That is all my actions.
Just press done or pass turn.
How do I do that?
The down arrow on the combat tracker at the bottom.
Down arrow on the combat tracker.
Boom.
So we have this guy. He sees you attacking his leader, so he moves towards you. Thy baldy bastard! And he tries to just put the torch to your chest and burn you. But you see him coming from miles away, and you just feebly parry his. You easily parry his feeble attack.
You're next, mate.
And then this guy, where is he though? Where is he at? He just acted. So this dude will attack this poor woman with his torch, or actually with his sword. Oh fuck! Oh no!
You are very good at killing civilians.
Yeah, civilians. They're very very efficient. So she's down, not hurt, but And he's above her now, sitting on her back, raising his knife and trying to cut her throat out. But he's very much occupied by that right now, and we go to Aladria.
Sorry to interrupt, Jem. I got a question. Because the hand repeating crossbow is essentially automatic, it doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to what? You stopped.
Because it's.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, his connection is cutting off.
Because because the crossbow is loaded with 5 arrows. I don't need to reload it after shooting it. Doesn't it automatically take a bolt in?
You have to reload it after you've shot 5, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't incur a multi-action penalty. I don't need to declare that I'm reloading it until I shoot 5 arrows.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, yeah, because yeah, we were operating under the assumption that I had to reload it each round.
That is correct. You should only reload it when you're changing cassette.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Aladria, you're up.
All right, so I am going to, I'll declare a multi-action.
Mm-hmm.
First part, I'm going to move up on this goblin, and I'm going to wild attack him through his back while he's over this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing wild attack on the maneuvers table.
That's strange, isn't it?
It's under effects, isn't it? Wild attack.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
Yeah, if you just type wild, it's there. Yeah.
Oh, there's
it's on the second page.
I'm dying.
2 pages. Oh. There we go. And I got reach, so I'll be staying 3 feet away, or staying a hex away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a 300 attack on him, on his back of his head.
He's very preoccupied with this young lady.
All right, I'll Benny that.
Oh. Yeah. No.
Man, still missed. All right, and then I guess I'll attack him again with the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'll Benny that.
Oh. That's better. You get
Took everything I had.
Yeah, and with all that, those bennies and attacks describe that final attack.
Well, like I said, it's that 300 move, where I'm thrusting the spear out past the shield, and I just gut him through the back of the neck after I miss him on the first attack.
And his lifeblood just pours into this poor woman's face, and she screams, "Take my
Better his than hers.
Yeah, his blood on her. She's still alive, wounded but alive.
And I guess I move up to her and offer my hand or whatever to pull her up.
She stands up shakily, and she has this cut over her pretty face, but she will live. Is that your turn, Aladria?
That's 2 attack. Yeah, I'm done.
And Donkey stays, and Vasius, you're up.
Yeah. With martial flexibility, can I change it again now? Can I just change it every round?
No, you get one per
one
combat.
change per encounter, and
No
it works for 5 rounds.
Cool. All right. In that case, we are gonna go here. Since he's preoccupied, I don't know if that matters. I will attack him.
Yeah, it will be ganging up on him, so you will get bonus.
Do I add it manually, or does it happen?
No, it will happen automatically.
Noted.
That is a hit with a raise. And with your rapier hit, you just skewer the poor goblin like a shish kebab, and he goes down. And he's
Poor goblin.
Yeah, poor goblin.
I was thinking the same thing.
Not a poor goblin. He's a horrible little horrible thing.
He is a horrible thing.
He makes little people look bad.
And you can see this goblin. He's still trying to get and reach the guard who's now fending off two goblins. Oh, you moved. Sorry. Yeah.
I think I had movement left, right?
Yeah.
So
You
trying
only
to
used
position
3, I
myself.
think, or something like that. And the guard can't defend against the two goblins, so he goes down underneath their knives, and he's unfortunately not in this world anymore.
Just about to save him as well.
Yeah. So it didn't re-roll, right? No, it didn't. I have to drag cards again.
It's on Goblin War Chanter 2 now. This is going it.
Yeah,
Come here.
but the thing is,
Or is it meant to be end? Oh right, it's meant to be new initiative. All right, I see.
yeah, but it's still his initiative. So he acted on his 2, so it's still working. It's still working. So he's in front of you, Aloysius, and he's going to.
Not very pretty, is he?
He's gonna die like a miserable green bastard.
Probably will though. He drops what he holds a what appears to be this long whip in his hand, and he tries to entangle you with it. He aims for your legs.
That's never a good sign.
And that is a hit, unfortunately.
Am I bound or entangled?
Let's see. I have to check exactly what this wonderful weapon does.
If it's with a raise, I think it's an entangle.
Yeah. With a raise on the attack roll, the victim is entangled. So he does no bonus damage. He just entangles you. Let's see. Hopefully,
and I check oppose it, or it has to happen on my next turn.
No, you will have to oppose it on your next turn. Right now, you are entangled. So.
Oh, did initiative work now? No, it's still on the last one. Sorry,
I haven't dared trying it.
I'm getting excited. I just saw. Hang on, I saw a Joker, but it's my Joker from last go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Aloysius, you're now entangled. You are. The whip has wrapped around your feet. You can't move. And with that, let's see what happens if we go the next turn. Boom, error. Does not compute.
Click the compile button. But it makes a log and you can put it on the forums.
You have to do that. Helps if I spell it right.
If you got to reshuffle, don't forget. If you have to reshuffle manually, don't forget. Since the Joker was out, you have to reshuffle.
Yeah, I have reshuffled. Unfortunately, I can only use the main deck. I can't draw from the combat deck, which is crap. If I go manually for each hand, deal. No, error. Script executioner string utility scripts deck. Attempt to call global close. Whatever that is. Compile logs. Boom. I have them. Sorry for this. It takes longer than intended. So Guyal first. You have a
Again,
card.
this is exactly the same.
Did you get a Joker now?
No, everyone has the same cards as last round.
He hasn't dealt them yet.
Yeah.
Didn't deal.
Or did you just deal me a Joker again?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
It's
No, 'cause
impossible.
I got a
The one-
nine of spades again. That'd be bizarre.
Yep.
It's
Everyone has
it's the
exact-
old cards.
Oh, you actually got a Joker again.
Excellent. There you go.
I got
We'll get a
seven.
Benny, that means.
What?
Yeah, I've seen it happen where you get two Jokers. Yeah.
And Goblin Chanter also got a 2. You sure?
Buy a lottery ticket.
And actually, now the Goblin got a Joker. Which is
I don't think you redealt because the last card for the Goblin War Chanter is still the 2 of Hearts.
Yeah, he's going through it manually, isn't he?
Unfortunately, I have to redo it
Okay, sorry,
manually.
my bad, my mistake.
So I'm giving a card to each and every one, which is a bummer. So yeah,
Nice.
I receive a Benny, boop, and you will all receive one Benny each.
And your war chanter gets a Benny.
Oh yeah, which is awesome.
This is normally automatic, but there's a bug.
So, oh God, I have to do this. This is not fun. This is why you're using Fantasy Grounds, because you don't want to do this. So yeah, Guyal, I handed you a card. Goblin, I handed you a card. Aladria, I haven't given you a card, right?
I know I'm not getting a Joker.
Can I spend a Benny to get another initiative card?
You can. Have I dealt you a card yet?
Yeah, you dealt me a 4 of spades.
Because the problem is that you jump around in the combat tracker, so I don't know who has received a card or not. So
Do I
Vasius, have you received a card? Or are you on the same as last time? I'm handing you a card now. Boop. A. Goblin with Torch. I think I've given you a card. Have I? No. This turns into not fun. Aladria, have you received a card?
Yes.
That's everyone has now, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So you can spend bennies to
Except the
get
Goblin
more-
War Chanter. I don't think you've given him a card.
Oh yeah.
Do I drag the Benny to the combat tracker?
Yeah. Drag the Benny now to the chat, because if you drag it over your card, you will get the arrow. So you will get a new
Okay,
card.
I put it in the chat.
Excellent. So you receive the 3 clubs.
All right, it's my fate. I'll deal with it.
It is your fate. So with that, we start with this goblin over here, who is preoccupied biting the face out of this guard lying on the ground, completely bloodied. And Guyal, you're up.
Okay.
And you're entangled. Don't forget. No, you're not. Sorry.
No, that's not me. I'm going to move down there. And I see he's wounded in the stomach, so I'm going to aim my sickle at his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. That is a hit with a raise. And he's shaken.
Did you have yourself targeted?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I am targeting myself, yeah. Better undo that.
GM doesn't have to accept that, so it doesn't matter.
Let's see. It's hit with a raise, which is fine. And you rolled what? 8 in damage, right?
Yeah.
So he's shaken.
I'm going to re-roll. No, yeah, I've got a Benny. I'm going to re-roll the damage.
Yeah, re-roll it.
You don't forget your raise damage.
Yeah. Did
You
that?
already,
Did
you already
that
hit him with
roll?
the raise.
That hit roll to hit, not to damage.
You
Yeah.
gotta roll the damage dice, not the hit.
Yeah, I picked up the damage dice and it rolled to hit again.
Oh, this is much better. 3 wounds.
That's it. I finished off what you started and gutted him properly.
Maybe he's
Let's
got
see
some
if he
soak
can-
roll.
He will try to Benny that,
He can get a 12 or better. He takes no damage.
but he didn't. So he takes 1 wound, and he's at death's door and shaken. You do hit where he's already wounded, and you draw more blood. Therese is up.
He's going to go there.
Could have combat music to make it intense. Vasius, you're up. Oh, I think we lost him.
He's disconnected, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he disconnected.
The internet must be gone. Put him on hold, didn't it?
Yeah. Put him on hold now. Oh, at least we could put him on hold. That's a good thing. I was afraid there would be errors again. So, this goblin, getting tired of this combat he is, so he's moving towards this poor woman here. And he
I
attacks.
just killed one of his friends. He doesn't want to kill me.
No, he's more interested in creating. Oh shit! Creating havoc. And luckily, he just burns her dress a bit on the edge, and she's screaming, "Ah, get away from me!" Trying to move away from him. And with that, this guy, still preoccupied with eating, he starts moving towards Aladria. Tries to skewer you with the dog slicer.
So,
Carrots in his hand.
who's the guy with the whose Goblin Torch was 6 who had the Joker? Thought that was that guy who was eating the guard's face.
Could have been. No, he's up here. Which one is that? That's even alive.
Yeah, I think there's an extra guy on the tracker.
You can see him on the tracker, just can't see him on the map.
Oh yeah, so he's not on the map, which is excellent. So let's say that he's up here. See him by the well?
Yep. There he is.
And we're down to the Goblin War Chanter.
The Goblin didn't attack me.
Oh, he did? Oh, he did. He missed.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he rolled a 3.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So
Because
just
if he had rolled a 4, he would have hit me because I'm vulnerable.
really? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have parry of 4. That's true. Shit. And this war chanter, he's really, really hurt now. Blood pouring down from his stomach, and he tries to just attack you, Aloysius, as you are entangled. He tries to attack you with his sword, dog slicer, which he has in one hand. And
Who's attacking me? Sorry.
This guy.
The Goblin War Chanter. One who whipped you.
And he misses. And it's now Aladria's turn.
All right. So, one more time, I will. I'm going to declare a multi-action.
Mm-hmm.
Going to cast 2 spells. First one's going to be relief.
Oh shit! Yeah, with the multi-action.
Damn it! All right, and the next one will be deflection, and I'll do myself and Various. Let's see. So the relief was 1 point.
So cool with the spells, though.
Man, I'm just not meant to cast this. All right, well, I'll call it there. So I'll save that last penny to soak.
Yeah, you're not rolling the best rolls you can. Aloysius.
I need to roll what? Agility to unentangle?
Strength.
Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah. Yes, drag the poor goblin war chanter away, as you are now not entangled. You can move freely.
Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna strike the war chanter with my sword and then shoot at one of the goblins afterwards and walk towards them afterwards. So 2 actions and strike with sword.
Nice. That is a hit with a raise.
Oh, a raise plus a raise, yeah, baby.
4 wounds. I will try to soak this because reasons. But it's too much. It's too heavy an attack. So your bastard sword just cuts this poor goblin war chanter in twain. And it's blood all over the place. Yeah.
He's not poor. He's horrible.
I swing it up, starting from his crotch to his skull.
He's got a crosswire. His stomach's hanging out, and now his balls are hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah. They're
lovely.
And with that, he goes down.
A shot at whoa, what happened there?
He just got removed from the combat tracker.
Yeah, he died.
And then I shoot this son of a bitch.
That is a hit. And this one, right? Or this one?
Goblin with torch. So, yeah, the one without a number.
How do you ping the...
both mouse buttons. You can drag.
This guy here. It's still not doing it. No?
Oh. Yeah, he's shaken. Goblin with torch is shaken.
Oh, okay. And then, and then
But you got to apply it first.
Yeah. Do it.
I'll move over here closer.
Excellent. And we have Yasrag is back.
Yes, I'm joining in. My internet.
Great. Is that your turn?
Yeah, but we got to wait for Vasius now because he was on hold, wasn't he? So
yeah. So let's wait for Vasius.
you could deal the cards for everyone else except Vasius.
Isn't he back now?
Could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
He just has to log in, right?
Goblin with torch 6.
Vasius is Jim?
No, I think he's Yushiragi, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
He's back in.
He's back on this.
Discord, but he's not in Fantasy Grounds yet.
Can you hear my mic now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Ah, good.
Did the goblins get jokers? No, they can't have done. Right, okay.
No, I haven't drawn any cards yet. Because if I do, it will actually show up as drawing an extra card. So let's not
Could
do that.
you share the map, please?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Is it my turn? I
It
didn't
is
hear
your
it.
turn. It is
All
your
right.
turn.
Just that one goblin left. Well, the other one's
There's
shaken.
3
There's
on the board.
3 of them. 2 down here and 1 up by the well.
There's one above Cerise.
What is the one up the well doing? Out of curiosity.
He's
Trying to
actually
run or something?
pissing down the well.
I see. So he's not a threat to anyone right now.
Not right now. Oh well, he is eventually a threat to.
There's a man with a beard over there. He
Brown.
might start eating his face. Yeah.
Well, he is next to a civilian there, so might as well go there and stab him. Is this ganging up, out of curiosity?
It is.
Could
It
be.
is. Yes. The civilian isn't helping though. You could Benny that.
Yeah, sure, I'll have plenty of those.
Yes, reroll fighting. Or you can just drag the Benny to the fighting die.
Here
Oh,
comes
shit.
a big one.
That's a good hit
That's a hit.
That is a hit with a raise.
with authority.
Yeah, with authority.
Didn't roll
Ooh.
your raise damage again for some reason.
Yeah, and has not done it any time.
So
Which is really strange.
wait, is your rapier set to do strength plus D4? Or just D4?
Yeah, strength plus d4.
That might be what's missing because you're actually rolling a raise damage die, but you're not rolling your strength die.
No, it does definitely say damage strength plus d4.
Your strength is
I
6.
have no raise damage on the rapier, actually. I have no raise damage on the rapier.
Oh, set it to a
Well, that's what it
D6.
is. It's missing. It's got to be D6.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's what's
Stored
missing.
it
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Did you make the weapon yourself or was it in the items?
I think I just dragged it.
That's a rata.
Have to check on that as well. Great, but then anyway, it is enough to dispatch this poor creature. Has done nothing wrong except for eating faces of civilians, and he goes down in a shower of blood underneath your rapier. And now we're going to deal new cards. Let's go boom, and everything just goes error all over the place. And now I drag card. Goblin with torch. Boom. He's done. Guyal. Boom. And we have Gracias. Boom. We have the ordinary goblin with torch. Boom. We got Aladria. Boom. We got Gracias already. And Aloysius. Boom. Has someone not gotten a card? Great.
Where's my count?
Then we start with Aladria.
All right. I'm feeling lucky. So same thing. 2 actions. First one will be an attempt at relief. Wow. And second one will be an attempt at relief. I mean, all I have to do is roll
Rolls.
average.
Yeah.
At least you're not rolling low. Yep.
And the goblin remains shaken. He will not move. And this guy, he spies this lone dwarf and he goes and he runs over to him. tries to skewer him, as goblins do. But the dwarf is actually quite proficient in fighting, so he parries that, but he's struggling. Aloysius, you're up. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Aloysius. You'll go.
Sorry. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little bit too far for me to try to the guy up north. Come on now. So I'm gonna attack
I can shoot the
Goblin
guy.
with the torch here.
That's weird. Right. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh dear, what kind of map? I'm sitting here not talking because my Discord's not working. Well, it will be soon. Hopefully. Come on, hurry up, Discord. Yeah, I messed my mic up. Yes, I got disconnected from Discord. Right. Coming back soon, but it's going to be over soon anyway. He does what you do and passes your turn when you're about to do your move. Just... Oh, is that what it is? All right. No, I'll ring him tomorrow morning, don't worry. You're not going. It's pathetic. Don't worry about it. How do you know? Did you get a text message? All right, it's good. The new app, that's all it's for, is them to test out their stupid fucking app. Let's test the app out. Text only game. Text only game, yes. Come on, boys, hurry up. Okay. Oh, this is a... It says there's no raised dice on it. He was doing hitting, but it wasn't doing any raised damage because the raised dice is empty. Ah, right. Well, he was doing a thing and it said raise, but it wasn't doing the extra damage. Cheered. I've never cheered. Is that your new word? I've never cheered that one. Right, okay. Now, Discord, work, you piece of junk. Yeah, I'll ring him in the morning, Sam. Don't know where about it, mate. I'll ring him in the morning. I left a message, but I'll ring him in the morning. I got a message as well, don't worry. Yeah, but I got that already. I'll ring him again. And we're trying to deal. The card dealing isn't working. Where are we? There.
See you next Wednesday.
Yeehaw.
Gentlemen.
All right.
See you
Catch you
next Wednesday, boys.
See you next
Yeah,
Wednesday.
sorry about that. Foxy Discord.
No worries.
Welcome back, man.
Yeah, welcome back.
We'll
Did we
see you
win?
at the end of the
Did we
game.
win?
You won. You won.
Oh, good. It was me on my own that won, wasn't it? None of you lot
Yeah.
supported me at all.
Take care, guys. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, cheers. See you next.
Cheers.
See you next
Thanks.
Wednesday.
Have a
Yeah.
nice evening.
See you next Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Same time.
See you next one.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, we don't know what's going. I'm talking to Kevin about Oh, he's gone. GM's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. See you later, everybody.
All
Take
right.
care. Nice
Catch
meeting
you
you all.
later.
Good
Very
Yeah.
fun. Nice meeting you all.
Good game. Yeah. See you next week.
Oh, actually, Jim, I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I also, in a future game, I've signed up with Doswell.
All right.
Like a few weeks, but I don't know what kind of game he's playing.
Which one are you signing up for? The Saturday one?
The Saturday game, yeah.
It varies on Saturdays. Usually it's a one shot on a Saturday.
So it's with pre-gens?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because setting up a character is a pain in the ass in Fantasy Grounds. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just get him on get on his Discord is the best bet, yeah.
All right. I haven't have I got a link to his Discord? He's Furious Dice, no?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm on his Discord. All right, cool. Thanks a lot, man. Nice meeting you.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
Ciao, ciao.
Right, I'm gonna end the stream. You can call me now if you want, Kevin. Boop, boop, beep.